How many of you actually believe in the universal law of attraction? Okay, so I didn't for 22 years because I'm a scientist. My background is in clinical research and mortality, so I didn't believe in that law until one day I was studying a law in physics. And you're welcome to look this up. It's called constructive interference. Well, constructive interference. It's a law in physics that is as valid as the law of gravity. What constructive interference says is that if two frequencies of equal wavelength meet, the size of the frequency doubles. That's a fact. Which means that you can get energy from conversation. You can get energy from other people. They can also take energy from you. Destructive interference says that if two frequencies of opposite wavelength meet, the size of the wave cancels. Right? We say things like, women are more intuitive. You ever heard that? Women are more intuitive? That's not true. Women are more sensitive to frequency. Right? They actually can sense the frequency more aptly than a man. They actually have more brain cells than men. I hate to admit that, but they do. They have more brain cells than the gray matter. That was a clinical study I've been trying to refute for 7 years. Somebody's going to disprove it one day. So when we understand that frequency is emitted from a human being's body, and that frequency has a lot to do with what we attract and what we repel in the universe. As I was reading about this clinical, this valid law, constructive interference, I stumbled on a clinical study called the Spain Scale of Emotion. SPANE stands for the scale of positive and negative energy. They took 25,000 participants in Germany and they put them inside of something called a Faraday's cage. You know what a Faraday's cage is? It's an area that is devoid of all frequency. There's no microwave, no radio wave, there's no frequency of any kind in there. No EMF, no 5G, nothing. And they measured the frequency that was leaving a human being's body. And they were able to isolate frequency leaving human beings' bodies with such accuracy that they could tell exactly what mood that person was in. Not just that they were angry, but they were in despair, they were jealous, or they were vengeful. They could actually isolate frequencies to that degree. Do you know what the most powerful frequency to leave a human being's body is? Does anybody want to know what the most attractive frequency and the most powerful frequency to leave a human being's body? Anyone want to take a guess? Sex. Sex is not a frequency, that's an act. But we like where your head's at. Okay? Confidence, close. Love is close. This is actually 4 times more powerful than love. Close, joy, authenticity. Who said that? Right there. Have you seen me speak before? Okay, good. That was awesome. It's the frequency of authenticity. It has an amplitude that is so powerful and so attractive that can actually affect the frequency of another human being that you're talking to. Authenticity only happened, and the Spain Scale of Emotion proved this, when your words are truthful and you believe what you're saying. If your words are not truthful, or you do not believe what you're saying, you cannot emanate the frequency of authenticity.
Coffee time with Berserker and Uncle Buster. Doors open. Good to see you. You know where the coffee pot is.
This is Berserker.
Yo, this is Uncle Buster. Get a cup. Let's talk crypto.
Yeah, dude. This coffee's bomb.
Nothing comes between me and my XRP. All in. Hey. You're mute, buddy. You're mute.
TikTok. Get your cups up. TikTok. Get your cups up. It's coffee time. Shout out to Bagman. Thanks for all the beautiful music throughout the years. Best ever, bro. Let's go. Let's run it. Good morning.
What up? What up? Authenticity, man. I like that video, man. Authenticity. No toxicity.
For real.
Authenticity.
Bro,
Yo,
I was
Shout out to
sad.
Olarov. Olarov says, more lies. They're all lies. What the fuck? I don't know where that came from, but oh man.
Well, the whole these people's accounts are so blasphemous and so like there's no authenticity. They're always like a joke. You know, the ones with the biggest like fear are the ones with the funniest looking avatar and name and they got the baddest attitude, and you know, it's like, okay, well, shit, you're still in here, you're still watching this show, let's go.
It's like they just come.
Yeah, but that's why a lot of people can't pull the trigger, because to be authentic, you have to roll with what you believe in, right? There's a certain level, and you know, everyone in here is trying to tell people about crypto, not necessarily XRP, just crypto in general. But a lot of them are followers, man. You know, and if you're a follower, you're not authentic because you're not doing what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just following the fucking Rat Pack. The Rat Pack don't even know where the fuck they're going. Why in the fuck would I follow the Rat Pack? You know what I'm saying? There's a 1% for a reason. That means they ignored 99% of people. They don't give a fuck what they. That's why I always say the cool kids. The cool kids are getting slaughtered right now. You know, and the cool kids are, what about so-and-so? Fuck so-and-so. I don't give a fuck about so-and-so. You know, it's all the gossipy bullshit. Like, I just can't stand gossip. Like, especially if you're a dude, man. Like, I'll if a woman gossips, I'll be, you know, more lenient. But a dude that's gossipy, get the fuck out of here.
Hold on.
Bitch.
If a woman, I'm not gonna say this on your show. I'm gonna get really nasty. But you already know what I was gonna say. I'm gonna hold it. I'll be quiet. Sorry.
Because it's attention, right? I don't. We're spending our attention. Like, when this thing pays off, it's gonna happen so fast, where people are gonna shoulda, woulda, couldas, right? But everyone here, 138 watching, everyone is spending their attention on something that's truly gonna change their lives, right? And when it's manifesting right now, like, this shit is manifesting into the 3D, bro. It's on its way.
You know,
So yeah, you're gonna hear all the excuses, all the, you know, and I won't hear them because I didn't tell people. When people see me, they'll be like, "Oh, that's that XRP motherfucker right there." Yeah, that's what I do.
Uncle
man.
Buster,
You know,
I was trading these stocks and I was getting my 1%, and my daddy did it, and my mom did it, and my grandparents did it. Of course, they're not wealthy at all. And blah 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 blah. Shut up.
And that's why I think they're coming after XRP so hard, because the XRP army's strong and we're manifesting this, and they got to try to stop it.
Bro,
exactly, man.
We told
but
you
it
SEC was
can't be
wrong.
that simple. But Berserker, it can't be that simple. There's no
Shout
way.
out to Lloyd Mitchell. Your
Yeah.
show is the power of attraction, man.
But the thing is,
Ooh.
y'all,
Lloyd Mitchell, welcome.
for me, it's
Like,
just
from-
reading about what they're doing. Nothing else. Reading. I'm passionate about it, but I can read, right? If you can read, they're telling you. They here's the article. Here's another article. Here's another article. Here's another article. And if you don't believe any of us at all, any time, just Google it.
Bro, we've got Fuma up to bat. He's about to knock it out the park.
Just
And that's
Google
just
it.
step
Liz
one.
Taylor. Yeah, Liz Taylor. People who gossip have low emotional intelligence. That's right. It's low vibrating, man. As you know, that's the cool kids. You know, they'll smile in your face and talk shit on your back. You know, it's like, I was thinking about this the other day. What happened to like the 80s fucking bullies, man? Like, 80s bullies will get up in your grill, let it be known they don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Now, 2024, they're pussy bullies. They're sissy bullies. They smile in your face and talk shit behind your back, all this dumb shit. It's
That was
like
like
they don't
hate
even
crime.
make bullies. They don't even make bullies like they used to, man.
They don't even make billions that they used to.
It's funny you say that.
That's wild.
When somebody goes after you and then you come back at them, you're so aggressive. Yeah, motherfucker.
That the passive aggressive shit.
I'm
It's all manipulators. That's why I did the manipulators versus, you know, it's all manipulation. Like, people will try to get under your skin. Then if you react, you know, then they're gonna try to go passive aggressive. It's like, you're a fucking clown, bro. You pussy. That's what pussies do. I just don't even react or respond. You know, you go react, stop reacting, and then you start responding with like emotional intelligence. I don't even fucking respond no more, bro. I'm not even giving it any attention.
So I'm a troll. I troll people.
I didn't block people.
I troll.
Boom, bye.
I'm a troll, so I troll people. I'm not gonna lie. I'll troll people all day. I'm out there.
And I troll too. I'm trolling right now. Like when I speak in generalization, someone don't like it because they pussies.
Oh, you got a
You know what I'm
hater.
saying? I'm trolling right now without saying a name.
Who's the hater? Are they in the chat? Let them speak forth now.
No, I don't think they're in the chat. Very few are in the chat, but just in general, you know, because it's all the psychology. People really want, people go out of their way to try to get people in crypto. And then how many people are like, man, no one's listening to me, right? That's just all good-hearted shit. And they're going to regret not listening to you. But you'll have the opportunity to come back. They're all of a sudden, they can't get $500 right now. When you get on this boat and this boat takes off, they're going to find $5,000. They're going to come talk to you personally and tell you where to put that $5,000, what coin. All of
overnight.
A sudden,
Overnight. They have the 5K. Overnight.
Yep.
That's what, 1 XRP?
That's one XRP. Yeah. You know, they're going to be like, oh, Buster, I bought 0.25 XRP. I'll be like, okay.
Are you proud of me?
Yeah.
Like,
Are you proud of me?
Lexus, the new coolest car. 7% by APR. You could buy it with 0.00000 of an XRP. Buy it now while supplies last. Like it'll be like that, bro. It'll be like 0.0000 drops. Like Nerdy's been talking. Like G's been talking. Drops.
We about to get raptured, the XRP community.
Yeah, man. It's
Overnight,
coming, bro. We're so close.
You want to see how funny it's going to be when it hits? Everybody and their mom is going to have a damn XRP YouTube show. I was right.
Yeah. But here's where that authenticity comes in, is that nobody can do that shit. Like all of us, we're tried and true. We're battle hardened from doing this show for multiple years. So at any given time, any of you guys can host this show because the trust is already there. We're the mainstays on this show. Any of you guys can host this show, and it's a good fucking show.
Anyway, but Marvin Davis, he'll have me cracking up all damn day.
Marvin got jugs.
But then you get those hater accounts that come out of nowhere. They're trying to act like they've been told us so all these years. They can't survive, bro. They can't. They get lost in the noise of X.
Yeah,
you know.
But it's the consciousness, man. There's like hella conscious people in here. Like I was thinking about this the other day, or not the other day. I was just thinking about it on Extra Bullish because in Bagman's previews it shows New Titan, right? And then we just had XRP Bishop. He's been coming on the last couple weeks. When you speak Bishop and New Titan is like talking to the same person, like consciously, like they're both highly conscious. And I was like, when I saw New Titan, I was like, man, where's New Titan been? But yeah, there's super smart people in the chats. You know, you can't make it up, dude.
For real.
So
September will be my 5th year making content.
God damn, bro.
That's a lot of hard work, bro.
I started making content when X Rapid went live. That was my first video. That was like September 1st or something like that.
That's crazy.
All in the game.
Bro, you know how I got into this? The whole ecosystem was listening to Baggy, listening to Shiz, and then rocking the shit out of their music and it's bumping to it. Bro, it's wild.
Bro.
It's crazy where how like, you know what's really crazy is that Baggy just said that 5 years passed, but it doesn't even feel like 5 years passed. It feels like it was just yesterday. It's crazy. It's wild as hell to me. We're gonna look back 3 years from now and be like, damn.
You know what's wild was your analogy earlier, Nerdy. It was like people aren't gonna talk about it.
Yeah, they're
like,
not.
It's gonna be a part of everyday life.
It is.
Yeah,
100% it is. You know how, you know where I quoted that from? I quoted that from Christine Choi off of from JP Morgan. She was one of the co-creators of Onyx.
Bro, but you see, that's what I'm saying. The authenticity. You're not trying to be a bully and steal valor. You actually just cited your source. Like that's what I'm talking about, bro.
I literally just provide information. That's literally what I do. And everything that I learn, I post it on my stuff, and I'm like, here, look at this is what I found out. This is my new information. I'm learning, like, I don't know anything at all. Like, to think that I'm a know-it-all is retarded, because I'm not. I know jack shit. But for the fact that we're on this learning train of this whole new world is beautiful. It's just, I love it. I love it. You can just dive into it, and then next day something new will come out that's better than what you just learned, and you're like, oh damn, what's this? And it's just an industry that is rapidly just evolving. It's like it's breathing, it's alive. Literally, the crypto and the whole new world is literally alive, and it just is growing so fast that I'm a techie. Like I love. I'm not gonna call myself a futurist, but I love future stuff. And I love technology. I've always been into technology. Like, I took my first computer apart when I was like, 5-6 years old, 7 years old is when I first made my PC with Windows. I started with 95. My first computer was putting Windows 95 on a Celeron or whatever. I still have my chip too.
How many discs did you have?
How many installed discs?
1,000 of them.
Yeah, I've had other CDs, but I started this, like, I was into floppy disks. Like, I was loading up freaking the Jackrabbit game. I don't know if you guys even remember that game. It was a Christmas Jackrabbit game. I was loading that up through floppy disk. I mean, I've always been into computers my whole life. I mean, I was helping freaking T-Mobile. Like, my sister would call T-Mobile tech support, and I would fix a problem while she was on the phone. Like, computers and technology is my shit. And then just to be in this new era where, like, robotics, language models, automation, digital twins and all that stuff is just, it's dope. Honestly, it's so dope. I mean, like, yeah, there might be a dystopian part to it, and I totally understand that, and I totally agree with it. But at the same time, it's like, humanity's evolving, bro. Like, we're literally like witnessing the Jetsons and the Flintstones in real time. And we're literally, like, now I understand that cartoon more than ever. I understand why the Flintstones people were using cell phones and why the Jetsons were in flying cars. It's because it was the people who didn't adapt while the world kept moving forward. And, like, that's the thing. It's like, people think that I'm just gonna reject something or I'm just gonna step away for something, but none of this depends on any of that, and it has nothing to do with you. Everything has to do with just the world progressing, because innovation doesn't stop. You're just gonna keep on evolving, and that's what got me into this whole space, and that's why I'm so into it, because it's just like, bro, we're frontlining under, like, I grew up trying to learn C++, and it was just like an alien language to me. Like, what the hell is this, right? Like, I wanted to know what C++ was and how it took over the world. Now we have an option of learning Rust, and Rust being the replacement to that. And imagine if you became really proficient in Rust and the things that you can make, and you knew about RISC-V and how you can integrate, Rust development into RISC-V and create freaking IoT devices, and you can literally make your own language model and have your personal assistant on person, right? And you can make this all in your home for less than anything. Like, it's mind blowing to think that the amount of technology we have at our bare hands is just wild. It's just fucking wild. It's honestly fucking wild to me. I'm just enjoying it, to be honest.
Also, the technology we live in our body is the most advanced technology, and that's why we're the ones that are under attack right now.
Yeah, and that's why they tried to copy. Like, the funny thing is about all this stuff is, like, we hear, like, in religion, right? We hear, like, we're made off of God's image, right? But yet here we are, in a technocratic world, that are trying to create cybernetic robots in our image. It's like the same shit, right? But it's like, no one is creating a robot that looks like an alpaca, or like a robotic horse, or robotics, you know what I mean? But we're making robots based on of our structure, because we are the perfect form. We are the perfect unit, right? Like, we are the perfect creation. And it's like, it's funny watching people in the tech field who are just like, like atheists who don't believe in anything, but don't want to admit that you're copying a holy creation in order to progress your own creation. And anything in technology is literally a mimic of biology. It's like
You're
it's
a
like
robotic horse, bro. You're a fucking robotic horse.
wild.
Shout out E4 Rockin'. What's up, pimp?
Remember this one guy, his name's Dr. Morris. He was like, they can do all that, all they want, but they can't mimic like a scab or shit like that. They'll never be able to like mimic a scab.
100%. 100%.
That's crazy, man.
I know, it's wild, right? Like the craziest thing that I found out is that you can rent servers which are brains. So you can rent storage on a brain, on a lab-made brain that they've created in the lab. It's a real brain, but you can rent storage on that brain. That's where we're moving towards, and people don't really understand that. So that's literally the Matrix, and that's already come true.
I was gonna say something corny, but keep it moving.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what was that guy who had the what's it called? The hardware walled up his behind. Was that what he was trying to do?
Oh, wasn't that dude that got caught in jail?
Yeah.
I forgot who his name was. Yeah.
He tried to stick storage up his butt. Hold those private keys any which way, people. I think the future's gonna be bright, y'all.
Yeah. You should have just got one of the 12 keywords and just memorized it.
For real. Instead of he could have literally he could have wrote it down on a note and put it into a pill capsule and then put that up his butt instead of putting the whole freaking device. It makes no sense.
Hey,
Quan,
and speaking of
Quan, man, him in lower level.
Tron, right? He's the guy who started Tron, right? Look at the numbers on Tron this last couple months. It's crazy.
Was Doquan Tron or was that Justin's son? Who's
Justin's son is Tron, and the other one was Luna.
Oh, he's the one that collapsed. Ooh,
yeah, that's Luna. That's Luna, man.
Ooh. Yeah, them people were salty. I was salty too, but I bought.
Yeah, so. He had all the profits in his ass.
Literally.
Yeah, just watching his ass. He held the watch in his ass for 7 years. For 7 years, folks.
Bro, imagine that. Dude had a whole central bank in his butt.
That was funny. He held this in Vietnam for 7 years.
That's wild. It's just fucking wild.
You know, you can't fit in your butt. The baby gate that's about to go down. Come join us, everyone.
22
This is
minutes,
a live
man.
community chat. Let's run it.
Hey, you guys running nodes when we're filthy rich.
Oh,
Fuck
you better
yeah,
believe
bro.
it, bro.
Everything.
Oh, you
I'm
better
getting
believe
in
it, bro.
all of it, bro.
All the fucking nodes on all the networks. You better believe it.
Oh, we will be so that the same thing that's been going on for 100 fucking years. The rich get richer. You know that phrase.
And the poor
We'll
don't
be
get a
part
damn
of that. We can't even fuck this up. Like unless you go hog wild and just spend all your money like a dumbass crackhead. Like if you've been in this space long enough, you've been disciplined long enough to stick with it and keep packing bags. That same mentality is going to make us get into the new projects and the layer 3s and the 4s and the 5s and the 6s and the fucking Uber apps and the fucking stake this and stake that.
You know what I think is going to be funny as hell when they do this, when they take the stock market and move it to the blockchain and all the coins themselves goes up and then the stocks are there and then all the people who have been buying the stock, they're like, hold on, I didn't buy this coin that shot up because all the stocks I buy are on this blockchain now. Oh crap. And I'm gonna be like, told you.
Supposedly that's what Veritasium was doing.
Yeah, what happened to that?
He came after him.
Is that Reggie?
Yeah, Reggie Middleton.
When it happens, it's going
I
to
almost
happen.
got some Veritasium a few years back, bro, when that shit was going around, but I never did.
I think it was too hard to get. You got to jump through hoops and shit.
It's like Wonderland time. Got to change this AVAX to time. Go over here, get the memos, wrap them jokers, stake them twice.
Yep. We had time. We had Ohm. We had Klima. That was the Dow days.
Ooh,
The Dow days.
60,000% an hour.
Yeah.
Most of those shut down, but Klima's still running.
Still running, bro. Klima just survived.
Crazy,
That'll be
bro.
retirement
Yeah.
in itself, right there. I
Damn.
still got my Klima bacon, dude.
Oh, really?
Well, the
Shit.
green agenda hasn't gone away. It's just everybody stopped fighting it. So that would tell you, hey, if Klima does have a future, it's not completely gone. You know?
Yeah.
I remember in the early days, man, all the patriots are like, fuck your green agenda. We need gasoline cars. Fuck lithium ion. Fuck solar or wind power, solar power. Fuck your bullshit. Fuck your tree hugging bullshit. But at the end of the day, XRP is one of the biggest like green fucking agenda coins.
Yep. So
know?
is Hedera.
Yeah, you're not taking those away. So,
But you still want those bags to pump, right? But you're still
Right.
green, right?
well,
Okay, that
well, it
makes
could
sense.
be
Well, it is
Caspa, right, Norseman? It could be Caspa that runs the world, right?
But you know what it is funny? It's
I
when
love
I
that
get
hat,
in my
Mark.
car, my Nissan Murano, and I go to Bucky's. That's got clearly 400 damn pumps. Excuse me, about 115 pumps, and I jump out with my what are those things that everybody hates? Those shoes,
Crocs?
Yeah, I jump out with my Crocs and t-shirt and shorts on, pump my gas, go in, get my Buc-ee's soda and my Buc-ee's taco, and come back out, and I look at them and they're still pumping, and I drive away. I love that.
What the hell is a T-short?
T-shirt.
Oh, that's funny. This is Stuff and Bags. We got Hard Light on deck. We got Norseman. This is a live community chat. Welcome to Coffee Time every Sunday.
Why
Crypto,
Norseman
red
look like
pill,
working in
whatever
the
you
backyard?
want. Let's go.
Hard
Why does
light.
Norseman
What
look
up,
like he's
pimp?
working in the backyard or something. Like he's got some peppers to pick. What
He
are you- what are
does.
you doing,
Fool.
Norseman?
You missed it. Norseman, you want to show your veggies? Norseman, you got veggies, son? Let's show them veggies. It's coming, bro. Right there. Right there, son.
For real, he's out there picking vegetables.
He is.
I was just
Yo,
being a cheeky
Dixie.
butthead.
Shout out to
I was being a butthead. He's
Blossom.
serious. Like, oh, you out there?
$7 bomb. Appreciate you, Nina.
What's up, Nina? Come on the show today. Oh no.
I gotta give Nina a shout out. Hold on. Shout out to Nina. Nina wanted me to share this with everyone.
Hey, Norse can be like,
Welcome to Clown World.
We got rated.
Do that again, nerdy. Do that
Rating.
again.
Oh!
Wait and win.
Shit.
Flawless victory.
Fatality.
Do that again, nerdy. Shout out to Nina. We owe a big shout out to
Hold on,
Nina.
let me find it.
Nina's here every week, bro. Always throwing down. I think Nina's husband created this right here, bro. But it is definitely Clown World. I gotta,
I just sold all my XLM.
For
Just
what?
sold it?
For
Welcome to Clown
the
World.
Trump coin.
I wouldn't
That
have
Gary?
that.
Hell yeah,
Yep.
it is.
Yeah, it does kind of resemble Gary Gensler. I don't know why.
It kind of does look like Gary.
It kind of resembles him. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just
Run it, bro. Run it.
It looks like Jerome.
So, Telegram, the fucking head of Telegram got arrested in France. So
yeah. What did
that's
he do?
kind of
I
a
saw
day
that.
late, dollar short, bro. We're at the end of this fucking movie. Who gives a fuck at this point? But people are talking about that right now on Twitter, like Telegram CEO trying to censor Telegram. It's past the point of censorship. You know what I mean? Crazy, bro. We've been done fucking censored.
I'll
Telegram's
explain this.
awesome.
I'll buy it
bro.
forever. We lost our nation in 2001. We lost all privacy. We lost all everything in 2001.
What are you eating?
Willingly,
What are you eating?
willingly signed up for it,
Banana bread.
It
and
sounds
that's what
good.
trauma does.
It's delicious.
Alchemist
Yeah.
says there's no end to the movie.
For
It
real,
might
man.
not be, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
We're in
That'd
the
be
alternate
biggest
ending.
nightmare. What's that? Go ahead.
We're in the alternate ending.
Ah, okay. That's the biggest nightmare if nothing changes.
This
That
is a
would
choose
suck.
your own adventure, man. We're in choose your own adventure time right here.
Turn to
But you
page
can't go back.
57.
That's right. I would go to the venture that makes that book the fucking shortest book on earth. I'm trying to go to 100. I'm trying to go to 180. I'm not trying to go to page 25. No, man. I'm trying to advance.
People
What
don't.
happens in the end? What happens in the end?
Exactly.
Bro,
Oh man.
As soon as
spoiler alert.
in 1901 and in 1929, and again and again, when they in 2020, we've continuously been losing our freedom. One with the formation, one with a fractional reserve banking, which is ridiculous. Second is with the formation of the Federal Reserve and the World Banks and the United Nations and all that other stuff. Well, first the United Nations and then everything else. And then lastly is when Janet took off backing of our dollars. I think it was March of 2020. She said that nothing is backed by anything anymore, and we're just free willy-nilly. It's just all trust, and it's all just paper, just nothingness. And ever since of March 2020, we've printed trillions of dollars, and people have been cheering for it because they got a little stimulus check, but they don't realize that in the past 4 years, we've lost all our purchasing power. Whatever was left is now gone. And now if you're not making at least $131 or something like that an hour, you're not even surviving. So it's like the average, the medium income is what 100 to be middle class is what 172,000 now. So it's like the inflation is just theft of purchasing power, and then they added taxes on top of that, which is just theft straight up. It's just mob rule theft, right? So it's like we're being hit from all these different angles, and then yet we're over here fighting and arguing with each other which clown is going to help us. But both clowns are both printing money and both adding more taxes and removing both of our power away, because financial freedom is freedom. Without financial freedom, there is no freedom.
This is crazy. So it's 59,000 a year, it looks like, and 1,139 per week. That's crazy. But if you live in a city, dude, that's like Cali, like where you guys at.
So both clowns are from the same circus?
You know what's crazy about it is that the dude who introduced the congressman who introduced digital ID for the border and all that stuff was Higgins, who is a hardcore Republican. And he's the one who introduced the thing, and then Trump and Biden both funded and increased funding for the nanotechnology stuff, and they both were part of the mRNA administration. So it's like we have a complete uniparty, but yet people are arguing of which side is better, which is stupid as hell. Because at the end of the day, we're arguing of who's gonna be our slave master, rather than us being a free world and toppling over a tyrannical government.
It's crazy. Liz Taylor, $20 bomb. Appreciate you, Liz. Liz and Nina, man, you guys doing it like almost every week. Appreciate you guys. It's crazy. Absolutely. But yeah, you know what? I think like I think our souls, we go through lifetimes, right? But you know, and I've got a lot of people in, but I think you know, you could have been here 10 times, bro, and you're trying to get someone that's been here 2 times. They could be older than you on the 3D, but you're way more wise because you've already done the shit. So I think we were meant to get on this boat, right? And seeing through the apparatus. Whereas I think it's like Bag said earlier, like they're attacking the spiritual. That's true, man. Like I don't even take shit personal no more, bro. It's like there's people that sign contracts just to fuck with you. Mm-hmm. Their job, they come down to earth to stop you.
Yep.
And then you could get all butt hurt and let it end your life, or just keep going. Like, and it reminds me when Chris Larson got out of the fucking $2 million daily driver. You know, he's like, just keep going, guys. Just keep going. They're not here. Oh, my daddy did this. And my mommy did that. You know what I'm saying? Keep going, guys. Keep going. Like, you can't make it up, bro. I guarantee you, for him to get to that level, that dude's he could fucking probably talk for 5 hours of shit that's happened to him, but he doesn't. You know, that's, if you complain the least, you're gonna win, bro. Just don't even complain. And you got all the energy vampires complaining and fucking crying about shit, trying to draw your energy, right? The worst thief is the energy vampires.
Oh, because Lord.
You know, because you don't realize what they're doing, you know. So but yeah, it's all tied together, bro. Everything's tied together, man. I'm actually on a boat right now to the moon. Let's go.
Plumbing, he goes, just drive on the roads in Florida and see how much people like to fuck with you.
Exactly. Or you drive with people and someone cuts them off and it's the end of their fucking world. It's like, who gives a fuck, bro? Like when I get in my car, I don't give a fuck if you cut me off or what. You're not gonna stop my day. Like, and you drive with people, they just, you're like, you can't roll like that, man.
Yeah,
there's too much shit. XRP Plumbing, he said he don't have a wrench on your show no more. I don't know if it's the same plumbing, but he said that on the Bullish Hour. We're gonna have Bags look into that XRP Plumbing.
Yeah, the best plumber in the business. Shout out to the chat, guys. We love you guys. Thanks for coming in every week, week in, week out. We're all in the same boat. We really are. Mm-hmm. There's lots of differences. Lots of different people have different levels of crazy. But I remember back in the day, some old timer told me, he said, "Thank God we're not all crazy on the same day." Like, you know what I mean? We're not all like in a bad mood on the same day. Yeah. We're like we lift each other up. We are Legion.
Yeah, if you got some liquidity clogged up, hit up XRP Plumbing. He'll get you right.
He'll get you right.
Liquidity.
At this point, man, the news don't even matter, bro. It's just a matter of time. It's about when I think what is our next hurdle, our next goalpost.
Well, shit, it ain't mattered for 6 years. All the good news we got ain't mattered.
Yeah, Jesus can come down and go, "Here you are, son. XRP is the one," and it would go down 5 cents.
That's Project Blue Beam.
Yeah,
people would argue with Jesus, bro, and be like, "No, look at the market cap."
Tokenomics.
How dare you?
Yeah. Derps would go down 5 cents if Jesus told you it was the one. Like, that's how crazy town it is. Yeah.
It's just a fancy calculator.
Shout out to Mary J. We're sending you positive energy, Mary J.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I don't like the way I feel, so I shut the fuck up back in the last. What? Go back.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay. So Mary J, I feel negative energy today. I don't like how I feel, so I shut the fuck up back in the last chat on that
All right,
show.
Mary J.
Don't shut the fuck up, Mary. We need you. You know what I mean? There's only a few. Man. There's only a few crypto queens in this shit, and you guys have the balls to actually speak up and chat. You know what I'm saying? There's only a few of you. This is a male-dominated fucking sausage fest. And at the end of the day, women need a voice, and you're one of the few. So shout out to you,
Mary. Yeah. When
she knows her stuff.
When you're a candle in the darkness, you attract that negative. But the only reason why you feel that way is because you're a candle in the dark. So never forget how bright you can shine.
Yeah. You want to put a pencil in that fucking hand and write that down, nerdy? What the fuck? What the hell did you just say, bro? That was fire. Fire.
Yeah, that's like I used to feel the same way because I used to consume all this stuff so like consistently, and it becomes overwhelming at times. But again, you have to remember that the only reason why you understand what you understand or why you feel what you feel is because you are a beacon in a world full of this misery and this loss of hope, and you wouldn't be gifted that responsibility if you weren't trusted upon to do so. So don't see it as a curse, but see it as a blessing.
That's right, man. And also, like, like the toxic motherfuckers, like if you're not even willing to argue with them, they get pissed, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where I think, like when you look at like the black sheeps of families and shit, like you're designed to be the black sheep. You're strong enough to be a black sheep. Yep. You've already fought your own family, like not believing in you, right? And then you step out. But that energy, when you pull away, you're fucking so tight because you absorbed all that negative energy like a fucking champ. And then who's left in the little cool kid circle, they can't absorb the energy. There's nowhere to throw it, right? The circle won't even last when you take away your positivity, right? Because you're absorbing all that negative bullshit. And
like you said, like Buster said, this motherfucker's signing contracts to come down here and knock you off your square. That's what they're trying to do. Yeah.
You might slow me down.
Yeah.
An impatient person could think they're slowing me down, you know, because they're a short-term mindset. But I'm fucking you up in the long run, baby. That's just the way it is. I'm still gonna fuck you up. You might think you're slowing me down.
Man,
You know?
the emotional freedom that'll come from this. Like a lot of people, we speculate about how the fear will come with like, you got to protect that money. You're going to be hunted. You're going to be, you know, you're going to have with more money, more problems. Who the fuck taught that to you? A bunch of pedophile rappers?
Exactly.
Oh, money, more problems. That's bullshit.
Well, we got to welcome Nina to the stage. Welcome on, Nina.
Nina Block.
What's up, you guys?
How you doing, Nina?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing good, man. This is like
Doing
a 2-hour therapy session,
How's
man.
it going?
Nerdy, Fuma, Buster, Zerker, Bags. Love you guys. I came on to represent the crypto queens.
For sure.
I love it. Love it.
And to tell Mary, God's got you. Okay? Keep going. So yeah, this is a male-dominated space, but we like to spread a little fairy dust around to represent, you know? We know just as much as you guys. We love XRP to the moon.
For sure.
Let's go.
Now, Marvin, you need to get up. You need to get on here, Marvin.
Get off your ass, Marvin. Click the link.
Get up here, Marvin.
Quit being lazy, man. Get up.
It's coffee time. Marvin, come on.
Yeah, we got room for 4 more.
Yep. I don't know about the other queens, but I've been in crypto since 21. And all I do, just like Marvin, is eat, sleep, and breathe this shit. That's all I do.
Nice.
It's a job. I love it, and I love learning. So,
So are you
crazy.
saying, Nina, that XRP is gender neutral?
it sure is. You bet your ass.
I love it. Liz talks about, she goes, I've always been a black sheep loner. And that's the price that we pay to get the download and keep the download and inspire others. There is no angle. Nina,
Yeah.
are you trying to make money off of people by saying this?
No.
Exactly, man. It's
Hey, Liz, we're all black
Nope.
sheep. That's why we're all
Nope.
together.
Nope.
right, man.
Shout out to Fishing, XRP Nelson, Lower, look, all the people I say hi to. Silver.
And we got Gator. Don't forget Gator Squatch. That's Silver's brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
We got whole fucking families in here, bro. It's over.
Really. I look forward to seeing you guys
Heck yeah.
every week.
Most
The
definitely.
Illuminati.
Yeah, we
The
appreciate it.
Illuminati. People don't understand the Blue Crew. That's all the mods, the chats, all the people that have been here for years and years and years. Over time, it's statistics. It's you just gain relationships, and
We
that's
do.
all it is.
That's what
People
it's
would-
about.
You guys earn the blue wrenches, and it's real shit.
We
Because
got
there will
Marvin
be a
Davis
day.
on deck.
Marvin, you're up.
Reporting for
Marvin.
duty.
But let me say this. What's that? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said, what it do, man? I got called out, so I'm on, man. What's happening?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, buddy.
It's
But
about
no,
time.
there'll be a day. This is the thing. Everybody's mounting up. Everybody's got a place in this. Even this show. We talk about ghosts. We talk about all this shit. But like Buster's told me for day, man, fuck y'all going ghosts and shit. We got to run this when we start. We're not even started yet. Wait till this motherfucker gets 1,000 views regularly every week.
right.
Wait till we're not 1,000 views, but 1,000 motherfuckers on here. Like, wait till we got like 2,000 people watching regularly. And we're
I will
at
say
50
this though.
$50 or
Since you
something
said
crazy.
1,000 views, we're 11 shows in a row over 1,000 views, which is crazy. Because the XRP boardroom from last year, I said this on Extra Bullets. A boardroom popped up in my feed, and it was 1 year ago, and it was 240 views, bro. And last boardroom got 1.4 thousand.
Damn.
They got more viewers than we have subscribers, which is insane. So
Wild.
Chip's gonna go ghost.
What
Fuck
up,
you,
Chip?
Chip.
ghost
Fuck
bitches.
you. Fuck you in your face, Chip. How about that?
Shout out to Chip, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Chip's OG. He's all up in the mix, and these guys that have been inspirations to all of us. It's a blessing to be able to rub elbows with you guys. from anywhere from Bagman to the OTC boys, Chip and Jeff, shout out. You know, even Cobb, man. There's a bunch of us are like blue. I'm not even Blue Crew for Cobb. Fuck, I never got a wrench from Cobb. Cobb don't like my ass. But like Rye Guy, man. Shout out to Rye. Rye Guy is a fucking. I was in that chat the other day, just watching.
I was
Cobb.
too, man.
Yeah,
I was on a different one than you, but I saw a few people.
Yeah,
and a couple people here had wrenches on Cobbs. I was like, oh,
man,
that's good
to
shit
get a
right
wrench
there.
from Cobb is a fucking feat. Like that motherfucker doesn't trust nobody. You know what I mean? And so we got Jeff. What's up, pimp?
You got Photo in the house.
But like these are the pioneers, man. Like people were talking about Chiz earlier, man. Yeah, Chiz made some banger hits, and he was one of the pioneers too. But like Bagman, bro, you can't fuck with this. It's still true to this day.
Yeah.
Bags is the biggest crypto rapper on Earth. It's
Sure,
Earth.
that's crazy, huh?
The whole fucking world.
Yep.
They just haven't found out about it yet.
People are gonna be like, this is gonna be like $20,000 in the future, and then someone's gonna be on the side of the freeway listening to Bags raps, crying. They're just gonna have to pull over.
Crying, bro.
How did he know? They're gonna have to pull over and just fucking park it.
We're gonna be paying Bags in the club for sure.
Man.
Happy tears, bro. Happy.
They're gonna be crying like
They can make house remix songs of Bags' music.
they're
Bro.
gonna be crying because they're happy they bought, or they're gonna be crying because they didn't buy.
Because they didn't.
See, Hans. Hans is a fucking monster, bro. OG Blue Crew. He's got a Cobb wrench. Like these motherfuckers are battle hardened, earned their keep. You get to eat, motherfucker, because you're our brother in the circle of and our sisters because they got wrenches too. But you're in the circle eating. We all eat. We all get a turkey leg. We're eating.
And I used to watch Cobb every day, every morning.
I'm about to get off of here, but thank you.
Hey, yeah,
Nina.
Thanks for coming on.
All right, thanks for calling me out, Nina.
Cheers to Nina.
Thanks for coming on, Nina.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you.
I gotta
No
get out.
problem.
I gotta handle some
Yeah.
stuff. You guys up.
Alex.
All right, Fuma.
Fuma, have a good day.
Cobb out of everybody, bro.
All right,
Cobb
see
has
you,
never
Fuma.
wavered, man. I'll give Cobb has never wavered on XRP, not 1 ounce. Because my first video I ever watched was what was Cobb? He was called the Teenage Investor. I watched Modern Investor was the first XRP video I ever watched. And he wasn't an XRP channel, he was a crypto channel, but that was the first. I don't even know where Modern Investor's at now. And then Cobb came on, he was the
He's
teenage
still out.
investor after Modern. He's still
Modern's
going.
still out. He's talking about XRP now.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna have to go watch him, man. But that was the very first. I remember the thumbnail was like him looking up at like an XRP coin or Ripple coin. It was Ripple then, it wasn't even XRP, you know. So sometimes people in the chat be like, it's Ripple or it's XRP. It's like, motherfucker, we bought Ripple, dude. I bought Ripples before it even switched over to XRP. But
Some sites still say Ripple.
man.
Do me a favor,
Exactly.
Buster. Can you wrench up David? Huser's been here for a minute too. We don't deliberately ignore you guys. We just got a lot of people on here. David deserves a wrench, bro. We eating good. We all eating good, motherfucker. Let's go. We got E4 on deck. We got not on deck, but we got E4 in the chat. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to all you guys. Animal, you're a fucking animal. Sophie's another one. Sophie's a queen.
We love Animal.
Cobb can't help the price dropping. Garlic
Yeah.
House gets notifications and turns on the bots. That's the funny thing. It's the inverse Kramer thing. If you're inside this shit, you know that like Cobb it's the joke. It's the running joke.
Yeah, man.
Cobb gets on and then price
He
goes
live.
down.
Yeah, it's over with.
But also shout out on deck. We got lower level. We got Crypto Navigator and we got Marvin Davis. You want the floor, bro? Go ahead. Go ahead, boys.
Howdy ho, glitches.
what's up, fellas?
I'm trying to find my earbuds. I've been sick for days, so haven't really gotten out of bed too much. But I'll be chatting in a minute. Let me find my earbuds because I'm straight on the phone.
Catch that Mpox.
I don't know what I got. I got some. What I think they're doing is spreading it around in the air, and we're getting it because everybody I know's got it right now. And I wouldn't say it is the P word.
Super carrier.
I guess we all are now. You know what I mean? I think it's pretty funny how we all went months without anything, and all of a sudden everybody's getting it all around you. Probably everybody here on the panel, they know somebody in their family that's got this cold right now or had it this past week or two. So I don't think it's any coincidence we're all getting it at one time. And it ain't no common stuff that normally happens because it's not this time of year. It's usually after we get through this little phase here in Florida with our storm season, and then we get the freaking flu season comes right after. It's inevitable. But anyway,
King Valdo, great energy from everyone here. It's great to be part of this family. I've only been in crypto for 2 years. I'm in the UK. Just very grateful to have a small piece of a big pie. Let's run it, bro. It's going to be enough. I used to ask Buster back in the day. I used to go, bro, is it going to be enough? And then he would have to comfort my ass, man, because I had all the thoughts and the doubts and everything in the early days. And you have to get past that lifelong propaganda of doubt, of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's built into us by the TV. And it's so hard to get past that. But the more time that goes on, it's going to be okay. You mean I'm a relatively new guy in relation to these guys. I started in 2020, bro. Like I'm not no fucking OG like Buster, Legendary, and all these old OG, the Bishop and fucking Apex and Bagman doing it for 5 years. And you know what I mean? And so it takes some time to get over that. It's going to be okay. And your bag is going to be enough. I firmly believe that we are all partitioned a specific amount that's going to help us in our own individual lives. How many yachts do you got to buy? I'm at that point where I'm going to fuck do as long as I own my own home and property and that shit's on autopilot where I'm not paying bills. Like there's an account that just pays bills and it's just handled and I'm making money while I sleep. That's all I need, man. Man, if I want a fucking boat ride, I'll just call Buster up and we'll barbecue on his fucking cigarette. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
and
the
like,
biggest,
you know,
sorry,
go
Andrew.
ahead.
Sorry,
Go
Andrew.
ahead.
But the biggest thing is setting up the trust and then becoming the trustee and then setting up your charities. And if you play the tax game right,
ministry.
Yeah, if you play the tax game right, you can just be paying yourself tax-free, and you can have whatever charity you want, and you can just, if you want to help the world, you can help the world, do whatever you want, but you'll be doing it tax-free. And then anything that you own, for example, if you want to go buy a boat or whatever, all just be tax deductions, and you can even open a line of credit and just purchase that way where you're not being taxed on anything because you can't tax credit, and you can just play the system and then add the whole decentralized finance system and the whole thing, and then boom, now you're just next level.
Yep. You pay yourself
who's next level?
Payment is tax free.
You know who's next level? Jeff from On the Chain.
What up, Jeff?
What's going on, guys?
How you been, brother?
What's up, Jeff?
Hanging in there.
What's going on?
You guys.
Still holding?
Good over here.
Bullish,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's great to see everybody on here, everybody hanging out. Really great. Somebody send Chip the link. Would be awesome. I know you guys. Put it in
on
your chat.
Twitter. Someone shoot that shit to Chip on Twitter, please.
Chip.
I think
Shout out.
anybody in this game right now, man, that has between 12 XRP and 100 billion, I think you good.
Yeah. If yeah, I think the last stage is survive the ramp up. I think you're going to be tempted, bro. I think so. I think everyone has to have their own. I know how I sort of picture it. I could be wrong, but on the cells coming in the future, you're going to have to be a little less, I think, than you want to be. But we'll see, man.
I think everybody here. I think everybody here has been blessed, putting it in the position to be blessed, to be a blessing to somebody else, and just look at it like that, man. You're being put in a position to help your family, help your friends, help society. Just enjoy the. I say it all the time. I know it. Hey, man, just enjoy the process. That's why we all here together.
Exactly. When you talk about like people want to buy shit and stuff, honestly, I'm gonna take the relief. I just complete financial relief, bro. Like That's the shit. Chip, what's up, player? How you been, Chip?
What's going on, Chip?
Chip got the link. Just trying to get the link.
You got I couldn't get the freaking like Jeff. Send me the link. I can't get the link, man.
Messing around.
I need the link. Give me the link.
This is a real treat. We got both of these. We got both of the boys on at the same time.
I don't think they've been.
I don't think
you've ever been on together, man.
No, we've never been on together. I think we've
Never been on
separately,
together.
but-
So,
But Uncle
This one
Buster's
of
a
us is
legend, Berserker. All you guys are legends, bro. Come on, we're nobodies. We're just two guys that sit and bullshit. Like one of the guys comes on our channel all the time. He goes, "I feel like I'm just hanging out with two dudes at the bar." I'm like, "That's pretty much our show." That's
That's
pretty
what
much
we do too, man.
You guys got a
that's what
bigger
this
bar.
show
though.
is.
It's a
Bro,
much bigger
We
bar.
got
I feel really uncomfortable on the right side of Chip. Can you guys move me?
Feels
to
really
the
weird,
left?
dude. I don't
Yeah,
know.
let's
We're
move
not-
them over there. There you go.
All right, there we go.
Everyone's comfortable.
You're in the middle up top. This is On the Chain with Chip and Jeff.
That's so
good.
wrong.
Go,
That
bro.
is so weird.
This is a badass cult though. Fucking Gerald for
Badass.
real, bro. I'm fucking proud to be part of this shit. This
Yeah.
in relationships, bro. I was eating fucking like bloody sausage and like fucking soft scrambled eggs in Australia at fucking like 6 a.m. suited and booted with a fucking tie on.
Bro, I read into you at 5 a.m. and I
Yeah.
go, "Bro, have you been to sleep yet?" And he goes, "Dude, I'm still
Miss
up."
you too.
I'm like, I go down early the first day of the conference, and there's Berserker. He's like all dressed up and shit. I'm like, "Dude, it's 5 a.m. What are you doing?" He goes, "I haven't gone to bed yet, man."
Right,
I'm an
then,
American in Australia. I got to make it work,
Don't
bro.
give it away for us
Well,
to
we
come
ran
down.
into you guys on the bus, which was even.
Yeah, well, Jeff and I, we
crazier.
flew into Sydney, and all of a
Thinking,
sudden, we get on the bus. Jeff and I are sitting in the back, and then we see bags, and we're like, who was it? Who were we talking to? Somebody turned around. I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" They're like, "Chip?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And all of a sudden, then Berserker jumps up on the bus, and he's like, "Dude!" And that's when we knew. And then they go, "Oh, those are those crazy fucking American guys." Okay,
Right.
and then everybody kind of like started doing
Kicked
this.
them out of Australia.
Maybe we'll pick our bags and move
Thought
somewhere.
you were Australian dudes in the back.
Do you remember that? They were like, "Uh-oh, these people are for
The
real."
Americans are here.
That was so weird. Bags was like ghost the whole trip. Like I saw him perform, and I'd be chatting to him, gone. And then like I'd see him somewhere. I'm like, "All right, we gotta go get a picture with Bags." And then he's gone. And I was like, "Bro, where have you been?" He goes, "I'm around." And I'm like, "Where?" I go, "I haven't been able to see." Right? Am I wrong, Berserker? Was he like ghost the whole time?
No, but that's the thing. He's a professional. Honestly, it's about getting the best shot, the best interview, the best content. He's always working. And so that's what I've noticed. And so it's not about a personal thing to you or me. It's just like he's on a mission always. It's constant.
We're on the wrong. We must be on the wrong mission.
They're getting me lit.
I think we're on the wrong mission, Jeff.
We're on a totally different
I've
mission.
seen that.
He's on a. We're at
We're
Tambourine
on the
Mountain.
unprofessional.
We
mission.
beat you motherfuckers at Tambourine Mountain, bro. We had the jungle waterfall exclusive. We made.
Yeah,
it.
we didn't. We bypassed that. Went straight to the Irish pub. I don't know.
Dude,
about
we were at
any,
the Irish
waterfalls
pub in
and-
Tambourine, so and we were supposed to pick up Neil from Expector, and all of a sudden Matt's phone started blowing up. He's like, "Oh shit, we're supposed to be at the airport." We went down the wrong side of the mountain.
to the wrong airport.
He's trying to text his buddies up there. It's because he was gonna drive down from what's the next city north there? What's that one called?
Oh,
whatever it is.
I don't know what he has been ghosted.
Matt, well, when Matt picked us up, he was talking about. He was like, "Hey, on your left, on your right." Like I don't remember, bro. I don't.
Well,
we went
it
to
was-
the mall
it
there.
was-
I remember.
It was like 28 hours, man. It was like a long time, dude. We didn't see one kangaroo. We saw no native like animals at all.
I don't
No
believe
drop
that.
bears?
Nothing,
No.
dude.
No
All I heard
drop
about was
bears.
koala. All I heard about was koala wet ass, and I was like, I don't care. I just want to see a koala bear like hanging in a tree. I want to see something. There was none of that.
We saw a wallaby.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
saw a wallaby
in the jungle, bro. Yeah, baby, like a little miniature kangaroo.
Like, you saw a wallaby?
Yep. Tambourine.
Oh, on Tambourine.
Damn. Oh, is that
Oh,
when you
come
guys
on.
went on? Is that when you guys went on that like little hike thing?
Yep.
Because you're the ones that told us about that. Because we went up there the next time, and we told John Deaton. He's like, "What do we do here?" I'm like, "Dude, you got to go on this thing." He goes, "All right, I'm going. I'm heading out."
Well, that's one thing we haven't talked about in a minute, bro. Is John Deaton? We need to shout him out. He's got his primary coming up, doesn't he, boys? What do you guys know about that?
Yeah, it's
So-
coming up, and I think in the straw poll he crushed it. Like out of 200 people, he got like almost 160.
Yeah, he's definitely he'll take the primary, and then the real race starts, and that's the biggest thing. We just went through a primary down here in Florida, and it's just you know, right up to that moment, and then now it's all about, you know, how do you unseat the incumbent, and that's where John's got to put his focus. You know, he's going to take down the the primary that he's running against is a Democrat plant anyways, you know, so that
Ian Kane, yeah, that guy's a plant, and I'm kind of an asshole. Like every time he posts something, I'm like, just throw your support behind John Deaton. This is getting ridiculous, man. And then I'd be like, is this you? And I'll post a picture of him with Biden and with Warren. Like he must hate that that's on the internet, right? But up until like June, he only, for the last like 8 years, he only donated to Democrats. And I'm like, sure, bro, tell us how you're a Republican again, please. So he's kind of a I don't know. I mean, I think thought he was going to do much better. Like he's got the rap down, right? I don't know if he just goes and steals John's talking points, but that was the other cool thing is we got to hang out with John Deaton and you know, had a dinner there, and that was a good time. And then some people did some dedications to him and gave him some stuff, and it was just like a real private, fun, kind of a cool event. But the people that we met there, you know, Berserker Bags, tell them about the people that we met because they were just like next level, just like patriots, or like don't believe. They're like, some people didn't know who we were. They're like, all right, so Chip, who are you? Tell me what you are. I'm like, no vax, no this, no that. You're one of us. Got guns? Yeah. Okay. I got an arsenal. And they would show us pictures and stuff. They're like, don't believe the bullshit that they took all the guns. They didn't take all the guns. It's in the cities. He goes, don't believe the shit you hear on TV. None of it's true. And it was cool to hear it. And then we're like, oh shit, I guess the same way we are in the US, they're like that over in Australia. But why are we believing their bullshit when we don't even believe our own bullshit, right?
Bro, and that's the thing. It was really nice to see. But my heart goes out for him because there's a lot of communistic legislation that's already passed there, and it's scary. It's almost like the UK. I joke and we're all American here except for Paul Dice. He's in Canada. So Paul Dice is a male
American.
Canada.
Paul Dice is
he's
American
damn near. But still, even across the border,
he's
Canada,
a Paul Pallieri sort of a dude, right? Well, you're more of a Paul. Yeah, I love that dude.
Scary up there in Canada.
I knew it. That dude. Listen, that Apple interview where he's eating an apple and takes apart that reporter is one of the most brilliant interviews that I've seen like in the last 10 years. Where he's eating an apple, he's like, "You're taking a page out of Trump's playbook." He goes, "Which page? Which playbook? Tell me more about." He just started calling him out. Have you guys seen that interview?
He's in the vineyard eating the apple. Yeah, that was good. Right.
And the best, like, he's eating that apple while he's like taking that dude apart. That was like magic. I think we played that on the show a bunch of times, man. It's just the greatest ever.
Yeah, they're definitely challenging us on a global level. I mean, they just arrested the CEO of Telegram, and they're going to come down one by one. That was over in France. So France is kind of on the fence right now. They're going the way of the UK, which is, you know, a little scary. You know, that they've got to change it. We saw the right, you know, trying to take the leftists are just running rampant over there right now. So
they've got those protests.
Yeah, that's what we said. Yeah. You know, we said, like I said, look, when labor gets in, bro, it's going to get bad really fast. And people are like, Chip, you're Mr. Conspiracy Guy. You're so, and it was like a switch. It was like flick the switch and they started rounding up people for posting memes. Mm-hmm. And then the one dude said, we're going to arrest Americans if you start posting. I'm like, come get me, man. I go, here's all the memes. You guys are morons. Let's go. Come arrest me. I want to see you come to the US and arrest. Jeff and I are taunting them over there on X all the time. It's fantastic.
It's like we're going back to pre-Magna Carta. It's like history's repeating itself all over again. It's wild as hell too.
Already spot on, man. Spot on. It's like, you know, we had the Magna Carta, which kind of like gave a little bit, try to do something with the people. Then we had the greatest document ever written, which is the U.S. Constitution. You know, and the first time the people put together what the government couldn't do. It's a document that says you can't do this shit. And then we've got that vice president. What's that VP? What's his name? Walls. He's out there on a soundbite making the rounds today, going, "Oh yeah, we have to limit free speech if it's about, you know, certain you know, what was he saying about certain disinformation?" I'm like, no, bro, we got the First Amendment. We're not limiting any kind of speech, you know.
He's got lunacy in his eyes, bro. You could see the fucking crazy. in
Well,
his
bro,
eyes.
listen to this,
Yeah.
man. That dude, I think he lied about his age. We're the same age. I'm the same age as that dude. And I'm like, that dude looks like he's 74 years old. I'm like, he's not. He can't be 60. I'm like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
Somehow, I
The,
don't know.
weird ass handshake with his wife.
the whole point of creation of America was the fact that you couldn't criticize the king back in in the crown days, and if you did criticize the king, you'd be hung or beheaded or whatever. How is that any different from the internet censorship that's happening in the UK again? They're literally going backward.
Yeah, well, I want to see him rise
Back
up,
to the
but that's what
stars.
happens when you give up your guns. When you give up your guns, man. And now you see that one dude got knifed on the street with his family. He had a small. I mean, they were like making fun of him as he almost bled out. Thank God the guy survived that.
Have you guys ever seen that interview?
They
where
took
there was,
out Canadian guns.
Yeah, see, you guys ever seen that seminar? It was about this old professor. He was giving a presentation about with M&Ms or marbles, and he was saying how if you can't fill all these marbles in this thing, and you can't mix and all this stuff. The most brilliant example of why immigration does not work.
Jeff, we should show that tonight. I just saw that for the first time. How long has that been around? Because I just saw it the other day. I just saw it the other day for the first time.
Yeah, like the whole point of all of this stuff is that you're having refugees come seek asylum in a country that is civilized, and then trying to turn it back into an uncivilized where they came from. It's like that's not how this works. If you can't come to you can't seek refuge in the country that you're seeking refuge in, and then burn the flag of the country that gave you asylum. Like that's ridiculous, right? That's not a refugee. That's a domestic terrorist. That's someone that's trying to invade your country. That's an invasion, straight up, right?
Yep.
And then now we have all this stupid policies that are like, let everyone in, DEI, and all this ridiculousness. It's like we know where this is going. We've seen this communist playbook so many times, and it's happening again. And the whole point, like, when you have a country you have people from a country that's trying to flee to another country for opportunity, well, how about you just fix the country that they're in, and then you don't have to come here? How about that?
How about you just leave it be the shithole that it is, and ship them back to the shithole, and let them fight it out, man, and then let them fight it out like God figure it out, okay?
All you gotta do is secure citizenship. That's the fucked up thing.
Yeah.
It's become so loose. If you secure citizenship, you don't get any bennies for being illegal. You know what I mean?
Well, it's crazy. I mean, right now, I was in a meeting yesterday, and
Shout out
they were
Russell,
talking about
10 spots.
they had the security, all the security at the polls. So there's a whole organization that's nationwide monitoring what's been happening at the polls and those that are being registered to vote. And they said there's, depending on area, there's a lot of illegals that are being registered to vote right now, and it's got to be monitored. And there's certain areas they're being I won't say they're lenient, but it's happening. And it's it's going to be really problematic, but that's part of their plan. Obviously, they're going to seed different areas with these illegals that are here in this country, and that's how they're going to try to steal the election again. Fortunately, there's enough people on the ground that are monitoring it, and hopefully it gets caught now at the early stages. But there's people that are going and checking at the supervisor of elections and requesting mail-in ballots and checking signatures, and they're requesting to go in and monitor that. It's not, hopefully we're going to see more and more of that as the months go on, to get people involved to actively do that, especially with the early voting. The mail-in voting is such a fraud on this system.
Hell yeah, 100%.
So, yeah.
Apex
single day
gotta-
voting, voter ID, boom, get it done. If Japan
Apex
can
jump-
do it, we can do it.
Hell yeah. Apex, jump on, bro. Did you guys see the Powell speech in Jackson Hole this week? Rate cuts are inbound. You got anything to say, boys?
Yeah, right
See,
when
I-
the election is,
I'll get out Apex in, yo. I'm gonna holler at you.
Roger, Marvin,
All right, Marvin.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, boy.
Shout out to Russell, $10 cash app bomb. Appreciate you, Russell.
Thanks, Russ.
Sweet.
And we're
So
doing
One
No,
thing I want to
go
say.
ahead, Buster. Go ahead, Buster.
I was about to say we're gonna do an hour overtime. Once OTC hopped on here, everyone's all, you guys better go an hour overtime today. We're gonna keep it rolling, man.
Appreciate you being here, Bagman. Too big ass heavy hitters in this show, man. Thank you to everyone.
Bagman was great in Australia, though, man. I tell you what, we saw him perform that private party. Then he did the first night, and then that last time, man, it was some really good stuff, dude. What about that DJ? Does that DJ picking stuff up, man? Because bro, I mean, I know you're laughing, Bags. I hear you, man. But I don't know what was, and I got this picture, dude. I still have your sticks, Berserker. I gotta find them. I gotta dig them out. But I've got your sticks somewhere.
I'll mail you a whole pack of them. Dude.
And I got this, and there's a picture of Jeff and I with the Ripple dudes with Crypto Eddie, and she's holding your sticks in the hand.
Is she really?
Yeah, she's got the sticks. I'll see if I can pull it up on my phone, but she's got the sticks, man.
Yeah.
And you wrote cool shit on it too. It was fun.
Well, to Dazzling, man, we gave him the Bagman drum head, so he has the OG Bagman
shit, dude.
Bagman
Nice.
drum head, the bass drum head. So shout out to Dazzling. He's an Aussie out there with Wave of Innovation. So shout out to you guys for sponsoring all that.
You gave the drum head away?
Yeah, but Dazzling has it.
He was the too.
Yeah. He made it happen.
But we want to drag it over on the plane and
away.
Yeah. So that's some
I'm
memorabilia.
a little jelly right now, man. That fucking drum head is dope as fuck, dude.
Bro, we got Swell coming up. Are you boys going, or what's
weren't
happening?
allowed.
It's in
We're not allowed to
Miami.
go.
Are you serious?
For bankers.
No.
We're not allowed to go. We got kicked out. We've been kicked out of every decent establishment. We're not because we do pull the critique sometimes on Ripple when they start doing the woke mind virus bullshit, right? Stick to the crypto stuff, and actually we just applied. Are you guys going?
Talking about Swell?
Yeah,
no,
Swell, you go.
dude. I'm not gonna be able to go, bro. We're such little guys. Maybe what? Who would
Dude,
be?
We're little guys. I mean,
but it's an invitation only, isn't it?
Yeah,
Swell
go onto
apply.
Ripple, go to the Swell, and you can submit an application to get an invite.
Dude, here's what you say. You say we were the music part of the Ripple sponsored WOI event in Australia. That's what I said, hoping it might get a little bit of favor. I said we co-emceed the Ripple sponsor, because the Ripple was a sponsor. Ripple sponsored Australian event. And if that doesn't work, I'm hitting up my Ripple boys over there in the APAC region, because those guys were for real, man. Those guys were awesome.
Nice.
I've never had cooler conversations. Did you agree? Did you guys get to talk with those guys? Neil and those boys?
Bro. Well, yeah. I talked with me and Wazza and his old lady. Shout out to you guys in the fucking down under. But man, it's so real. Like, Wazza's no joke, bro. I bought him a beer. We end up dude, that motherfucker. He's like, "Hey, oi, Zaka, are you a pussy?" I'm like, "No, motherfucker, I'm not a pussy." Like, we're sitting there arguing at the bar at the resort. I'm like, "Fuck you." You know, it was fun, bro. Yeah. But
Waz is for real, man.
Yeah. But man, it's going to these events, man. Even New York, like you guys, like we had Lenny Kravitz on stage and shit.
Yeah, New York
was
wild.
That was amazing.
It was nuts.
New York was
But
wild.
like, there's going to be more than this in as this develops. The fear of the ghosting, you know, where you're like, oh, you're going to be hunted. No, I think we're going to be folded into the silence of the 1%. I don't think we're going to be hunted. I think we're just going to be the new Bitcoin millionaires. And so, no, it's a common, like, a paranoia type, like, community thought that once we become millionaires and grillionaires and whatever the fucking heirs, we're going to be hunted by the normal everyday Joes. And I think it comes from a level of, oh, there we go. There it is right there, bro.
There's the sticks.
Nice.
She got the sticks.
There's the sticks. So those are the Ripple guys that spoke at the conference right there, and they were just hanging out, man. All they did was hang out with us. All they did was chill with us. They weren't just like people that went to the concert, to the event. They were actually drinking beers, and I remember their handlers were like, "All right, it's time to go," and they snuck back in like the back door. They were like hanging out with us. It was awesome, man. I mean,
That's
Jeff, how cool were they? How amazing were they on stage?
They were great. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the way they were versus how maybe some of those here in the U.S. are, it's a completely different experience.
A different vibe altogether, man.
Total different vibe. They were totally open and excited. You know, they wanted to be part of it, and it was really great to see them. But there's also actual development going on over in that part of the world versus here. You know, you don't see that same level of development. So I think they're more actively involved at a community level versus what happens on this side, you know, which is great, you know, to see that.
Yeah,
true.
There it is, baby. I got the picture. Prove it.
Yeah.
Me and the bag man.
Nice.
The bag man, baby.
You caught him. You caught him.
Check out the hat.
You snapped that pic, dude. There we
I
go.
got that, and you were gone, Bags. You were gone. I turned around and I couldn't find you again. I was like, where were you? I was,
Dude, that's fire.
Saw him
bro.
on the bus. We saw him at the airport, and then saw him when he was.
ghost.
And then that was it. That was it.
We're hanging out with some Australians, dudes from out there that were fans of the channel and stuff. So yeah, they took us out. They're the ones that took us out to Tambourine.
Nice.
You know what's funny is that I was trailing him because we had 2 rental cars,
Carl
right?
Lewis.
I was trailing with Carl Lewis was one of them. We were trailing Bagman, Lady E were in the front car, and the motherfucking license plate was 589, bro. No joke. Waza. So, there we go, Waza.
There's the Waza right there.
That's what I'm saying. So what I was gonna say is that because of the fear porn and all that, people are worried about meeting up and stuff. And then, but like Buster's been my like Jiminy Cricket, bro. He's like, nah,
Jiminy Cricket.
You ain't going ghost, motherfucker. Like, no, we're gonna continue this show until the wheels fall the fuck off. Like until it gets so asinine that we just kind of fold into the background. But what I was saying is,
get yourself a backup Rumble account, guys.
we had one. We had like Crypto Night Live Red Pill Edition Rumble, and then we actually have a backup YouTube. It's called ZRK BUSTER, but there's only 40 subs on it
list
now.
them on Rumble.
Yeah, I was gonna do a Rumble thing.
Nerdy's gonna simulcast.
You know what's crazy about this stuff that's going on in the UK and stuff? This is why I just want to go back to the immigration thing real quick. So they're even if you repost something or even if you like something, you can be jailed, whatever months, 20 months, whatever. So how does that affect this kind of content? Because this kind of content in the UK might be seen as something they can get you after. So I believe that we're gonna probably shift into a more like 2-tier society where it's like one people who are like understand what freedoms are and stuff, and then another part of the world where they just get brainwashed with a whole new different past. And I think that's where we're shifting towards, is where you have thought police now, right? I think there was a lady that got arrested for she was praying in her head. Like she said, I wasn't praying out loud, I was just praying in my head. She got arrested for praying, bro. That's just we're too far gone at this point. And I think that all these digital assets and all these things is gonna probably secure you away from that part of society where you're just like, that's not my realm. I'm now in this realm.
So I'll say this, Jeff and I talk about this all the time. Jeff talks about the pendulum swinging, and they swung it so far the other way that when it's coming back with an MF sort of a rhythm that's wiping it all out. What's happening? Look at all these big companies that are going down, right? So you had the tractor company, like they went down with the DEI. Harley, they just got taken down. The DEI is basically DOA, and it's a DNR, right? Do not resuscitate that shit. So it's going. It's gone. It's not coming back anytime soon. And when that pendulum comes back, Jeff, it's wiping the shit out of everything. I mean, we're starting to see the trend, and decentralization is why we do a geopolitical crypto show, because it's all politics and it's all connected. And that's why those elites fear the decentralization. They talk a good game, but they don't want it because we don't need reps anymore, right? We can reestablish the way we want. We don't need in the 1700s, you sent your boy who was working on his farm and he went to Washington. He was going to have your voice. Well, guess what, man? We can do Zoom calls now. We just press a button on our phone and we got our own voice. That's what blockchain is.
Yeah, we can all have DAOs. Like anyone with a social security number can be gifted a DAO, and that could be your voting tool. Like we really don't need 90% of government anymore. We really honestly don't.
And that's the fear of the US.
Exactly. Well, that's a fear globally, I think. Here, since obviously we're surrounded by it for sure, and that's the power struggle. You look at the different industries, and that's what's so interesting right now with RFK joining up with Trump. Because they're heavily focused on what the FDA. If you look at all these 3-letter agencies, SEC, FDA, etc. They don't have our interest at heart. And if you look at the way the FDA works, especially on the healthcare side. From a medical perspective, there are a lot of things that can be done that can heal you, that can help you, that the FDA will shut down. And obviously we saw that over the whole, sickness thing that everyone went through, for a couple of years. And there were certain things that were out there that would help you right away, and they shut it down. And you had media personality attacking actual doctors that knew what they were talking about. And I was fortunate enough to have to be surrounded by the right doctors, and I knew going into it I was going to be okay. And right away they said, don't touch that injection, don't even think about it. I'm like,
thanks to Jeff. I had access to that doctor too, and I got the you know, the ivermectin, and man, I went from being a just like, you know, on the couch, like telling my wife, whatever happens, if you never want to see me again, you will take me to a hospital. They will give me remdesivir, my lungs will fill up, and I'll check out. I'll be gone.
Yep.
I'll be I got the ivermectin 2 days, dude. 2 days back to normal.
That's exactly what happened to my uncle. He was a former heart patient surgery. He had multiple open heart surgeries. They gave him the injections. They put him on remdesivir. They gave him the ventilators. I literally watched his body deteriorate from a healthy man to just barely shitting himself, barely can even move, to just fucking croaking and dying, just passing away.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man.
And I even saw my aunt pass away the same way. She had preconditions, and then it just escalated everything, and it just took her life. But the thing is that that's the reason why I'm such a strong advocate of truth, and that's why I have such a strong voice, is that I'm never going to stop until I help more people or inform as many people as I can to prevent them from going through that same situation, because it's shitty as hell. And I don't think, and no one is going to be held responsible. And that's the thing, is that everyone who promoted all of this stuff, they all profited from it, and it just got shoved under the rug. Same thing with the Epstein stuff. All that stuff came out. It was so massive, just on display, and then boom, it was gone. And like, if you look right now with like UK, if you speak anything against, like, you have people who from a different religious beliefs, and you have people who are native to their own country trying to step up for their own religious beliefs, but they're being shut down because of an asylum seeker coming into the country, and they want to take over. I think the UK, I think all of Europe is so far gone, and I'm just petrified. I'm just so scared that comes to the West, because it's happening in Canada, and it's also already happening in Mexico. And if that bleeds over to United States, we're absolutely just cooked. There's no coming back from that. And I think we're on a point in time, and I think through every cycle of fiat and empires, that there's always a revolution, and then that revolution creates a new thing. Like Rome, they revolted when they found out they're diluting currency, and they didn't like their thing. UK did the same thing. We did the same thing. And I believe that we're heading towards that moment in time again, because again, with Ray Dalio's foreturning, that this only happens when you have a global challenging power. And people might say China's going to take over the United States. I do not believe it at all. It's not going to happen. The reason being, because we have the most advanced manufacturing process, and we have the most oil, and the cleanest oil, and we're completely energy independent from any nation. But if we don't utilize those things, then we're absolutely cooked. And this is the reason why I'm voting for Trump. This is honestly the only reason why I'm voting for Trump. It's because if he does not come in, we lose our country, and we lose it for good, and there's no going back. Fuck that.
But it's like,
fuck that.
Like someone said earlier, like, people are waking up, but when you look at like all the cards they give you, the victim cards, the black card, the gay card, the woman's card, LGBT, like, and then the Olympics, like right now, and it's all to look outside of yourself, right? They don't want you to fucking invest and love yourself, always get the excuses. But you look at the Olympics, and now you got LGBT kicking the shit out of a woman. You know what I'm saying? So now we're to the point where we're in a new financial system, but they're also sacrificing their own people they're trying to help. So, I mean, I think it's limited.
It's the pendulum is swinging back. And we're seeing it around the world. And if you see a country like El Salvador make a shift, and they're making a seismic shift right now. Argentina made a seismic shift. You see Poland is still relatively holding strong. Hungary is holding strong. And these are, Eastern European blocks, the Netherlands. Italy's going to have a shift as well. And you're going to see it. People on the streets are waking up. It's going to come to a revolution in England, because the people aren't going to tolerate it. It has to happen, because at the rate that it's progressing right now. But you have Nigel Farage over there. He'll gain more momentum. Le Pen will gain more momentum over in France. But it's going to start from the streets. It has to start at the individual level. Their parliamentary systems are kind of messed up to begin with. Over here, we have to. It's different in the U.S. because we have a constitution that represents the interests of the people and limits what the government can do. And so what we're witnessing, and we witnessed it for 8 years under Obama, where they would do things and it would end up in the courts because it was unconstitutional, but they would get away with it for a period of time. and get thrown out. We're witnessing it again right now unfold in front of our eyes, where they just appointed a candidate that wasn't voted for. And it's making a mockery of the electoral system, and so people within that party are waking up. Look at RFK woke up.
Norseman.
They tried to out him. Look what they did to him. Look what and it's crazy. Bernie Sanders, don't support anything that guy stands for, but look at what the Democrat Party did to Bernie. So they screwed him over as well. People that are following these individuals are waking up in mass also. And this is where you're starting to see that revolution from the voter perspective. The U.S., we stand out because we have more guns than population, and we have a Second Amendment for a reason to protect us against tyranny, whether it's domestic or foreign.
Need to pop off for a minute.
And so that this is, it's really critical where we stand, because there's no other country in the world that has a written document that protects the interests of the people. But yet they're bringing in the foreign invaders in mass. We just saw what happened in Germany. You had people stabbed in the streets in Germany, and it was an Islamist group took responsibility for it. The German media and government tried to shut it down. They didn't want to say who it was, because they also realized that the people in Germany don't appreciate what's happening. And I traveled a lot in different areas, but in Germany specifically, when I would talk to the people over there, they weren't in favor of the EU, because the German wealth was being used to prop up all the poorer nations within the EU. And so there's a lot of problems, whether it's within the European Union. There's a lot of problems over in China, economically speaking, and also from a population perspective, because of the aged population over there. So it is the timelines have been sped up a little bit, I believe, and especially during that COVID period, we saw China, which was nothing economically, and there was a huge seismic shift economically to where China gained a lot of strength, especially they sped up certain things with manufacturing and everything else. But this is it. This is our moment in time, which is this election cycle 2024.
Yeah, and the crazy part is it's the same thing that United Kingdom did with Rishi Sunak. Like they got Boris, kicked him out, put in Rishi in, and then he was running the show. This is the same exact gameplay that they're doing with Kamala, an unelected, just a communist bureaucrat that is trying to come in and just push this regime, this narrative, this United Nations dystopia thing, right? But it's like, that's not going to run here. That's honestly not going to run here. And I'm scared they might steal it and nothing's going to happen again, just like 2020. That's my biggest fear. If that happens, like, I really hope, like, my biggest thing is that we can't, from people from every different nation, no matter where you're from and from wherever you're watching, we can't depend on politicians or corporate heads to do what we need for our own country and for our nation. We have to do it. We have to step up. If we keep waiting around and sitting on the skylines waiting for something to change, nothing's going to change and everything's going to be the same. But if we decide to speak up and we decide to change and we decide to run for some kind of candidacy, run for some kind of governor, run for some kind of mayor, do something, be part of the whole system. If we're not part of it, then we're literally going to watch it all fail. It's not going to be some galactic federation or some kind of whatever movement that's going to save the country. It's us, we the people who have to do it. And if we don't have more communication and have more counseling, we don't meet up and discuss all these things and actually have things where we agree upon, nothing's gonna fucking change. Literally nothing's gonna fucking change.
Don't get Norseman started, bro. Yeah. Norseman's gonna pull out the big guns. Let's fucking go.
That's just where I'm at. That's just where I'm at. But yeah.
Can I interrupt real quick? Can we figure out what the fuck Paul Dice is doing back there? Because everyone's asking in the chat.
You want to explain yourself, Paul Dice? The fuck are you building shit? What are you doing, bro? Let's unmute him. I can't unmute him. He's got to unmute himself. Are you in the bunker? Are those supplies in the background?
I'm in my bunker. Yeah, I just I got a commercial building and I got a bunch of furniture. I have a store, so yeah, I'm just building a desk here. So
that's fire, bro.
Hell yeah!
Shout out.
Yeah, I'm always working, man. I gotta fucking make that money so I can buy some more ZRPs.
Love it.
I'm always working, man.
There's your answer, everyone. Paul Dice is legitly moving forward,
making that money.
I love it. Jeff was like, "Yeah, Bernie Sanders, they fucked him, but please don't do anything that guy stands for."
Right? Yeah.
So funny. Bro.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't feel
they're-
bad for them.
Yeah,
They're eating each other alive. That's what we're watching.
Great.
just like
Yeah.
a Bush, right? Bush stole that shit too. Just
Well,
like
you know-
Obama. Obama's from Kenya. He's foreign occupation. He wasn't even supposed to be elected.
Bro,
And he wasn't
but
even,
That's crazy.
the writing,
it's
dude, the
wild.
fucking writing on the wall right now is like whether or not Vance is going to remain VP. People are saying like RFK. And let's
I
go
think
really
RFK
fucking crazy, and let's say Junior comes back because RFK is aligned with T
that's
Dog.
a dream. That's only a dream. I don't think it's gonna
Dude.
happen.
But what I'm
We can only
saying
dream
is
of
this
that.
shit is clown world.
We can only
are
dream of
clowny clown.
Yeah, we can only dream of Junior coming back, and we can only dream of Diana coming back, and then totally just like working together to fix this bitch. But that's not gonna happen.
How many of you guys bought Trump coin?
I got one.
One. That's it.
Yeah, I got one. A silver one. I bought a silver.
Jeff, I know you had to buy some.
I didn't buy any
there,
Trump
I'll
coins.
show you.
No, come on,
No.
Berserker.
I don't chase memes, Norseman.
You
Jesus.
talking about the crypto
He's
coin
talking
that
about
went out, or the
crypto,
actual silver coins, or that they were?
I got silver coins. I don't got the Trump.
What chain is that on, Norseman? Finish your
It's
point.
on-
What do you mean?
So there's a Trump coin, the original OG coin. Trump MAGA, and it's Ethereum, Solana, and Space Chip, if I'm not mistaken. I grabbed mine on Solana. So I got it. It dipped down to 260. Its high point was $17. And if he gets elected, this is my own projection, that bitch is going to go up to like $300 to $900 easily.
Where did you buy it? What chain?
I got
Or
it
what
on
exchange?
Phantom wallet. So I just
So it's
transferred
Solana.
Solana over to Phantom, and then from there bought it. But get it on a cold wallet. Tangem is the best cold wallet for all crypto, hands down. You can get meme coins on there, everything. And it's real. Go ahead, sorry.
EMP proof.
So maybe
I got
Rao
the
Powell's
Phantom
right,
wallet.
bro. We just run with Solana and just fuck us because we're a cult.
You know, you got to spread out, that peanut butter on that bread real good. So,
Oh, there you go.
I heard rumors of. I heard rumors of. Sorry, Baggy. Go ahead.
I just said it's all fucking noise.
All fucking noise.
I got
I
the
heard rumors of
Phantom
Solana
wallet
being
too. I
annoyed.
could probably do that.
Yeah. You think he's paid to shill that shit? I think so, bro.
I think so.
Yeah.
He went both ways because on one he was bullish and then the other one he wasn't.
Yeah.
Solana
But Norse, you're
is
trying to help
definitely-
people with the T-Dog coin, right? You're just trying to get people to
Oh
get some
yeah,
money.
for sure. I mean, I'm gonna vote for him because he's all in on crypto, and I figure, you know what? I've been keeping an eye on the coin. I was like, when I first saw it, it was like $5. It popped up to 17. I'm like, shit, I should have.
Oh, you're
bought
talking
something
about
with-
memes. I thought you're talking about like actual silver or gold.
No, he's
No,
talking about
no,
Trump
no.
coin
Hell,
on
Norris,
the
hell,
wall.
that's silver. That's silver.
The
Gold
MAGA,
goes sideways.
the MAGA Trump at 384.
So which one?
Yeah,
Look at
MAGA
Trump.
Trump at 384. Yep, that's the one.
MAGA
Jeff.
Trump? Okay.
It's not bad. Look at that volume. 24-hour trade volumes, 4.8 million.
God damn.
Crazy.
This is
I'm gonna have to
wild.
get me some of that. I got the Phantom wallet, man, Norseman. I'm gonna get some, motherfucker.
I got
Jeez.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I'm
It
going
hit
to.
17. It hit 17 in the momentum. If you guys are Trump believers, which most of you are, and I'm.
But I'll
I
say
don't know.
this on I got like, I don't know, 10, 11 Trump silver coins. Those things are the most valuable because people will give up any coin for that. They'll give up liberties
Sure.
all day long for a Trump silver. Yeah. And shout out to Broke, man. Broke sent me a 2-ounce Trump coin. I've never seen this shit before.
Nice.
Hey, what are they going to mint him with the whole assassination attempt? If those coins go out, oh my god!
Oh, those are gonna be fire, bro. Those are gonna.
Yeah,
man,
for sure.
doubles for sure. Yeah.
Apex
But you
goes, I
missed
never
coin.
voted for a Republican president in my lifetime. Now with RFK endorsing Trump, I'm tempted.
Tempted. That's it. You just got to vote.
Want to get on here?
Vote Trump
Apex, you want
2024.
to join?
You have no choice.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Apex. If
What was
you're in
that,
a
Jeff?
crypto Apex, you should be voting for Trump.
Crypto
Right
and
off the
freedom,
bat, dude.
economic
Hands
stability.
down.
Low
The
gas
Republican
prices.
Marvin
Party-
Davis.
The
Marvin
Republican-
Davis wants to know what the ticker is, Norseman.
Hold on. I'll put the contract in.
Isn't it
The,
MAGA?
the Republican Party of today is the Democratic Party of JFK of yesterday. Isn't that wild?
There was
MAGA,
It is crazy, man. Like a flip flop, bro. Like
It's wild as hell.
Yeah.
It's MAGA Trump.
Is it MAGA Trump? Okay.
We got Lloyd Mitchell.
And you
I
can
switched
get
from
it-
Ledger. I switched from Ledger to Tangem. I still have coins on Ledger. Any takes on what is safer, better, worse? Well, you're not sharding with Tangem.
We had
So
this
if you look up
already.
sharding your seed phrase, that's what Ledger does.
Tangent's way safer.
There you go.
Tangent is really good.
They're getting ready to release that ring too.
It's
Yeah, I
not a
want that
fearful
ring.
thing.
That ring
It's
is
not
fire.
a fearful thing. You're not necessarily going to lose your funds, but it is a layer of risk.
Well, just like the Descent dude said, most of the hacks come is user made
Yep.
from the wallet. Usually never from the wallet.
If Tangem comes out with a bracelet, I'm buying it.
That's the
Honestly, seriously.
Let's run it, bro. Gerald says he wants to
Yeah,
shark.
I kind of got rid of my ledgers.
Yeah,
I got rid of my ledgers. I'm rolling with the
They
Tangent.
said they'll send you one once they got the more whatever
I can't help it.
demo
But
stocks.
I'm like a Ledger fanboy. I don't know why, but I just like
Happy
it.
days. Solana and
Like
memes
you
aren't
said.
for me.
You get the flex.
Not yet. I'm planning.
I mean,
Hey,
on Solana, you could go to Pump Fund. You could start. I mean, you can literally start a token for $5. I mean, you can launch tokens on Pump Fund so fast. and so easy.
Well,
Hey, Apex
North-
is asking what Trump ever did for crypto in the first 4 years. The point is, he didn't do anything detrimental. There was no
He kept
negative.
he kept the money flowing so we could buy crypto.
And right, exactly. And that, to the other point, is that we also had Warren Davidson, who was trying to get the Token Taxonomy Act passed, but the Democrats were controlling Congress. And so it just died. It died when it went to committee. So think about Maxine Waters. She controlled the Financial Services Committee. You can't just, as president, I guess you could have passed an executive order, but that's pointless. You don't want an executive order. You want it to go through Congress if you're going to pass regulatory clarity and put it on the path that it has to go on, which is making adjustments to certain parts of of the bills that are already out there. So that's the most critical aspect of it. And so Trump created or was creating a favorable environment for economic growth, job creation, low energy, all the things that we need in order to promote and build within the crypto space. Now look at what's happened over the past 3.5, 4 years. They've tried to dismantle all the innovation, and they're pushing innovation offshore. And we've seen what the SEC has done. The SEC has taken it to a level under Gary Gensler that we've, that could be deemed relatively unprecedented because they're so antagonistic against this space. So that's a big part of it. But it does, even if they held the Senate, it takes time also when they started passing it through. So the first time it went in front, I think they introduced Token Taxonomy Act was in 2017. I'll look at what Apex is saying, but there was also nothing detrimental over that period of time. Because you think about 2017, 2018 was where crypto hit its height. Obviously, it crashed after that. But this was growth and development period. It was just coming to the stage. People were just recognizing that it was something, and it was still too soon at that point. Although Warren Davidson was already starting to work on the Token Taxonomy Act right out of the gate in the beginning, but there were very few congressional representatives in the Senate or in the House that even understood what was going on with the crypto space at all. You had Warren Davidson, Darren Soto. Darren Soto was a Democrat. Other than that, there might have been 4 or 5 others, and that was it. So, which is why we didn't see it go anywhere. Had he been in office for the next 4 years, all of a sudden crypto has become something, all that innovation. And so you bring him in now for 2024, and you have a Republican House, you're going to see positive crypto legislation. They're embracing it. This is the moment. You have to match politics with the momentum within the crypto space. One can't happen without the other. Zero momentum in the crypto space, you're not going to see anything happening from a congressional perspective. There'd be no reason. you know. And so now this is now the everything's intersecting right now, which is why you can't take politics out of economics. The two always go hand in hand. And if you miss the political aspect of it, forget the economics, because you're always going to lose. You have to understand all of it, you know, and understand where all these pieces kind of fit into one another. And that's what's critical. So yeah, you know, crypto's great. Trump supports crypto. All the other things that go around it. If you lose all your other freedoms, if you lose your First Amendment and Second Amendment, forget crypto. It doesn't matter, because that crypto that you have in your pocket is going to have zero value when the revolution starts, and they're going to come and round you up like they're going to do over in England when they arrest you and throw you in jail. I don't care how much money you have. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Communism will come and crush you. And Kamala Harris said it. They're saying it right to your face when they say they're going to come and take your patents away, and the government can strip you of your patent.
That part.
That's all you need. That's exactly what they do over in China and everywhere else. Yeah, good.
And she's using the exact word rhetoric, like word for word, from the Communist Party, like word for word. Like if you look at any Democratic candidate's flag or whatever, they all have the three red stripes. The three red stripes is from Mao, which is from communism. So they're literally promoting even Build Back Better is communism. Like that's literally a communist slogan. Even peace through joy or whatever, strength through joy. That's also a communism slogan. So it's like they're literally telling you straight up in your face that we're gonna take over, and we're gonna get rid of your republic, and we're gonna implement communism, whether it's through crony capitalism, whether it's through democratic socialism, or whatever beautiful bow you want to put on a pig. But it's all the same shit at the end of the day. And if they're gonna come and steal your shit, then what's the point? Like literally, what's the point of any of your wealth? Look at what happened to look at the examples that we keep happening with Andrew Tate. Love him, hate him, but he keeps getting his shit taken away from a tyrannical government. But yet no one is paying attention and think that can't happen to him. If it can happen to him, it can happen to you. That's the thing people don't understand.
We got Apex. I trust Trump to say things that get Trump elected. I'm just saying, I haven't seen meaningful endorsements from the crypto industry towards Trump. This could be a ploy for a man who craves power.
What are you talking about, though? Meaningful? You're talking about like the Winklevoss twins. They're investing a huge amount in him. Elon Musk, who's on not on the crypto side, but I think he speaks for his support speaks for itself. And there's many others that are stacked up behind it. Just because there's a large group of crypto builders that might be left leaning or libertarians that can't understand that they have to come out and support Trump, that doesn't mean anything. But when you see the big players in the industry that are throwing their support behind him, and you can't say that Trump craves power when he put everything on the line. He didn't have to do what he did. He didn't have to run for president. Put everything on the line, everything. And look at what the guy's going through. He could have easily backed out. So for someone like that to say he craves power, he likes to win, because he's built, and if you track his whole career, he's always looking for a victory. But I wouldn't say that he's doing it to crave power. I would say that there are many within the Republican Party that are there strictly for the power, or the Democrat Party that are strictly there for the power. But I wouldn't say that someone like Trump is there for the power. He's there to represent the people. And again, he sacrificed everything, sacrificing his family legacy to help and support what this country means. And he's willing to sacrifice it. And I would hope everybody's willing to step up, because without him in 2024, we're moving rapidly in the direction of communism. They've already let the Islamists take over in the streets of the UK. They're letting them run rampant in Minnesota and in Michigan. It's not that far-fetched to see that we're going to have other, problems on the ground here. A lot of communists, so they're educating socialist and communist doctrine within big universities as well.
Yeah,
so you got to really
they're trying to
check what's happening.
They're
trying to
literally
set up a
teaching
civil war.
Yeah, in England, they're literally teaching Islamic history or whatever in school to these kids. And if a kid tried to stand up and say, no, that's wrong because we defeated them or whatever, that child gets suspended or kicked out of school. How is that not just indoctrination at the highest degree of, the foot on your face? Like literally,
That's all it is, nerdy.
It's ridiculous.
That's all it is. All these the teachers are infiltrating. They're totally, these younger generation, my nephews, prime example. It was like he's talking about socialism. I'm like, do you even know what you're talking about? It's never worked.
Dinesh D'Souza put out a beautiful video of Trump and communism and how it works. And there, one of the parts of this video, there was this. He's showing an example of this person that's on a electrical table and he's being electrocuted, and the person is holding up 5 fingers ahead of you and saying, "How many fingers am I holding up?" And he's saying 5, and the person telling him, "No, it's 4." And they shock him and shock him and shock him until he physically sees that it's only 4. And that's exactly what's happening, is that they're literally changing history and they're changing the past through fear and through the police state, right? Which is like, if you say XYZ, we'll take away your livelihood, or we'll put you in jail, or we'll do whatever. And that's the thing they know, is that no one's gonna sacrifice the safety of their own family for something else. But at the same time, it's like any kind of convenience is giving up your freedom. For example, for people who are signing up for the digital ID or signing up for UBI or signing up for digital anything, you're literally giving up your freedom for convenience. But at the same time, you're not understanding that you're giving your data, and that's where we're moving towards, where your data, your personal information, and your right to see how you feel or think how you want to think or any of that is going to become so valuable. And this is what the Herrera guy, the Wef Herrera guy, says, that your thoughts will no longer be private. And that's where we're moving towards. So, if you want to live in that kind of world and you want to, do that, that's cool on you. But I'm not going to be part of that. No, thank you.
Apex, you know the rules, motherfucker. I've never called you a motherfucker, Apex, but join the show, bro. I'm tired of fucking narrating for you. Join the show and let's get it on. Let's go, Apex. He says Winklevoss and Elon have endorsed Trump. I must have missed that. So what did you mean by that? You want to retort, Jeff?
What is there to mean by it? Winklevoss.
No, he's saying that he's doubting that. He's saying, he's putting words in your mouth, I believe, in my opinion, that you said that Winklevoss and Elon endorsed Trump.
Yeah. Well, they both. You look at the Winklevoss twins, and you look at the amount of money that they're contributing through the PAC to the Trump campaign, and Elon Musk as well.
So it wasn't a deliberate, straight up endorsement, and that's what he's claiming. Yeah, he's claiming that
they're endorsing him. Yeah, they're coming out supporting him.
It's a support versus a full-on endorsement,
and they're supporting him, which is still an endorsement.
I'm not going to read your paragraphs, Apex. I love you to death. There's one more spot.
Come on,
on
Apex has joined the show.
Get on deck, bro. The link's in the chat.
Bring Apex on.
Fucking love it, dude. Yeah, this is bullish.
You know what I find funny? You know what I find funny is this whole the Democrat Party, the direction they're headed in. I hear these people like, oh, he's gonna be a dictator. It's like, where are you getting this information from? Where are you hearing this? Like, how's this even? No, it's not gonna happen. Where are you getting this from?
Yeah,
who's spreading that shit? You know what I mean? Like, is it coming from social media people, like influencers, or
nice?
Is it coming from the teachers?
Oh, but Kamala will take away your patents, right?
Yeah,
but that's
look at that.
That's not a dictator, though.
That looks nice.
Right. It's just it's like I'm telling. It's like Berserker, Clown World, Bizarro World, whatever. It's freaking. It's insane, man. It's really insane. You know what really pissed me off? You guys know me. It's like I wanted to start a revolution back in '95 with this whole XRP, SEC. When all that shit went down, literally the United States should have been in revolt right then and there. What was happening? Plain and simple. I think people are too docile. They're dumbed down. They're getting plastic in their body. They're eating shit food. They're not aware. They don't go out in the sun. They don't kill an animal and eat it, or whatever. It's just ridiculous.
Apex is out trolling me today. We never see the day. Love it.
North. On that note, bro, I believe that the dumbing down is on purpose. I believe that the dumbing down is the dumbing down, and then the censorship of information is to push people to believe in alternate reality, or to be an alternate version of history, and that history where you have kings and queens or whatever, which is it's so bizarre. And again, I want to go back with reference to my my Jetsons and Flintstones thing is like that's exactly what's happening, where you have people like the Flintstones who were using cell phones who were living in the world because they thought, you know, whatever they're believing was right, but they had everything taken away from them, while the Jetsons were living in jets and have robotic assistants, just like the Optimus bot or like whatever bot. And we're literally seeing that example come to life in real life. Like, look at the Jetsons were flying in an eVTOL with the Tesla bot. How is that any different from anything today? With if you look at the homelessness and everything, and people that believe that, you know, the Democratic Party is going to save them or give them handouts or whatever. So it's like, I think it's just the controlling of information and how to just, you know, have people consistently vote for you, because if they don't vote for you, you'll put them in jail. You know, it's just
you know,
it's fucking wild, bro.
The divide and conquer. Yeah, the divide and conquer thing is just so there. Like, even more so now. Like, I mean, even the last election it was there, but now it's even more so. It's just like, oh my god, like, I can't even find the words for it.
Rain here, Jason Diambra, Zerk.
Rain, hop on,
boardroom. This last boardroom Tuesday was the best I ever watched. It was a snapshot of grown people that grew up in a different time, that are different but are truly alike in mind. Shout out to you, Diambra. Thank you, bro. Rain here, Rain in the chat. Come join us. Take Apex's spot, bro. Let's go. They don't want everyone to forget the past unless it fits their narrative. Let's run it, Rain. Rain here. Let's go.
Rain here.
Fucking coffee time. What a hell of a coffee time today.
I am a soldier.
Hell yeah.
We got to end up with that video, bro. That
this is nutty, bro. This is like, this is cool. It's been hell of an adventure.
It was a lot of fun.
Bunch of wayward, like, you'd think we'd never meet up, bro, but we're literally like this. The biggest secret, dude. It's like sliced bread before sliced bread. That's what
I can literally see.
Oh, we know about the knives. Sorry, go ahead.
I can see a Knights Templar 2.0 developing right before our eyes right now, bro. I honestly do. I honestly see that revolution coming where people are like, "No, fuck that. This is England. Oh, I love Berlin," and people are just like, "No, fuck that."
Yeah, bro.
With all the chicane.
Where's lower level? Is he out fishing for gators?
He's in Shangri-La, bro, in Texas. Yeah.
Dude, I'm feeding the fish.
Oh, he's feeding them.
Yeah, I'm feeding the fish this morning. I got bass and crappie and bluegill. Yeah, bass and crappie and bluegill right here.
Texas.
Yep.
You can see him moving around too. Look at him.
That's tight.
What are you using for bait?
Oh, right now I'm just feeding them dog food. They love it.
Oh, you're actually fishing. You're actually fishing.
It's wild.
No, I'm actually feeding them. Yeah, I'm just feeding them right now.
What do you text Rick some worms there or what?
If I'm fishing, we're usually artificial baits. So.
Yeah, us baits or a lot of go with the. Say again.
I said down here we use a lot of jigs, a lot of spinners.
Yeah, spinner baits, nice.
Seems to work out pretty good.
The
pond's drying up.
Damn.
Yeah. It looks snaky. Chris says it looks snaky.
Not on this side.
Okay.
Bro, what lowers
I kill
right
a few
now,
snakes
that's
every
all I
once in a
want.
while.
That's literally all I want in life is a big old piece of freaking land with my own spring water or my own lake or whatever, and just I don't care. If the world wants to go to shit, you go to shit. I'm back here. You want to have a discourse of how we can try to save this? And let's talk. If you don't, I'm good. Bye.
Yeah.
Baby Crockett.
At the very minimum, dude, at the very minimum, our brains have been fucking battered into mush from the TV and the propaganda.
Bro.
We need some sort of respite, bro. We need to have our own Shangri-Las for sure.
Yeah, honestly.
Amen.
Honestly, bro.
Looks like Hard Light took the spot. Rain, Apex, they didn't have it in them, bro. You know what I mean? We got Hard Light on deck. We got Steph on deck. We got Paul Dice still fucking around with furniture. Norseman, let's start a revolution. Nerdy fucking shit up. Bagman, Jeff, Buster on top as the OGs. Let's run it. Gerald says that soldier shit fires me up. Yeah, we'll run that after the show, bro. We'll run it. So
hell yeah.
Oh, here we go. Later, Hard Light. Apex on deck. Jeff still here.
Here's Apex.
Round one. Fight.
Oh man, you had to get me up from my Sunday afternoon nap.
Yeah,
man.
motherfucker.
Just relax.
That's right,
and-
motherfucker. Yeah.
How you doing, bro?
So we're talking whether or not T-Dog is a fucking tyrant or is he for freedom? You know, there's a lot of fuckery going on. Who knows? You know?
Yeah, and maybe just to kind of clarify, when I was asking about Winklevoss and Elon endorsing Trump, I didn't mean that like tongue in cheek. Like I was legitimately asking, because I just wasn't aware of it. So shout out, thanks for that information. No, I think the point I was just trying to make is, for me, it's election season, right? And so regardless of what you think of Trump, it's going to be a close election, right? Candidates are posturing to capture every vote they can. And to me, it's just the timing of Trump's pro-crypto stance is very curious to me, right? Considering his public statements that he made about crypto when he was president. Now, again, comparing him to Kamala, it isn't even close to me who's better for crypto, okay? Again, what has Kamala done as VP to promote regulation of crypto during her last 3.5 years? Nothing.
Zero.
So that's just the point I'm making, is we are in this season where our politicians here in the US, they will say anything if they think it gives them a vote in edgewise, right? That's all I'm saying, is we still need to be hyper vigilant and measure their words against what they have done in the past, because I'm a big believer of what's the best indication of future performance. It's past performance, right? So, and luckily for both Kamala and Trump, they both have held office before, right? So we can look and see, well, what did they do previously? Now, maybe for Trump, maybe he really did have an epiphany since the last time or whatever. Maybe he really has evolved. It certainly appears that way. But again, like, if you don't know me, like, I do have a little bit of background in politics. Like, I grew up around it growing up. And so, like, I witnessed politicians constantly saying things in front of a room of people and then seeing them in the back door and seeing who they were, like, completely different. And it's, this stuff happens all the time. And so that what I'm saying is, anything that anyone is saying, we have to measure it with their words, right? And so again, I'm going to shout out Jeff. Thanks for letting me know about like Winklevoss twins and Elon. I'm going to check that out. But really, what would make me more comfortable in voting for Trump and really believing that he really is pro crypto is if we've got more industry backers coming out and being like, yes, like, I'm endorsing Trump because he's going to be the best president for crypto, right? That's just what I want, because to me, then that validates it. That validates it more than just beyond what Trump is saying at the Bitcoin conference, right? Beyond what Trump is just saying when he's on a stage doing his stump speeches, right? I'm just trying to be hypercritical.
There's more.
That's who I am.
There's others that's a great statement. I appreciate that, Apex. I think that's, you definitely presented that well. But to that point, they're coming out all the time. Check out that, again, not crypto specific, but individuals that you wouldn't anticipate. The CEO of Yahoo Finance endorsed Trump. And as you dig into it, there's going to be others that probably haven't said enough yet. But if you look at who's the CEO of Kraken, you'll go through it, and I'm sure you'll find more and more of them are actually supporting and endorsing Trump candidacy, because of a crypto stance. But again, it goes to more than that. If we're just a one issue, there's more things that are going to impact the expansion of crypto in this marketplace. And you don't have to go too far, especially, again, to your point, that you look at what Kamala has not done, but you also see that what they've done as an administration for the past 3.5 years to detrimentally impact this country, but also destabilize the world stage based on the vacuum of power. So as you look around the world and you see all the chaos that is unfolding, a lot of that has to do with the power vacuum, because right now the U.S. is no longer that power that is presented on the world stage. We're still considered a hegemonic power. We're the sole power, superpower in the world. Others are vying for the secondary position right now. China is trying to take a leadership role, but right now it's still the U.S. But we created a power vacuum when we withdrew from Afghanistan and embarrassed ourselves on that stage. And now look at what's happening in that wake. And so our enemies and others and our allies look and they see, some of the chaos that's unfolded. And that's a really strong statement. And then you go back to the Trump years during that period of time. Granted, we had COVID, but during that period of time, we started moving in a direction of relative stability, peace, and prosperity. And that should have, you look at the two side by side and you look at the chaos that we're living in right now with inflation, extremely high prices across the board. People are doing worse now than they were 4 years ago. And that's all you have to do as a comparative. All the other noise that goes around Trump is going to try, as a dictator, and he's going to usurp power, and he's never going to allow another election. People said the same thing about Obama. But maybe you could have some fact with the Obama, still staying in Washington and potentially having a seat at the table with Biden. We don't know. But all of that, it's a very clear message. There's a few things that we need in this country to set us straight. We need obviously lower prices. We need more wealth creation. We need less regulation. We don't need a 28% corporate tax rate. We definitely don't need unrealized tax. We don't need taxes on unrealized gains because that'll destroy the economy. You just stack them up. Everything that they've said is detrimental, and it makes it very clear. It's not even like you can even go down the way politics used to be. People said, "Oh, my vote doesn't count." Now the vote counts more than ever because it's going to set the course of the next generation. And we don't want to get into a point where we have to have armed conflict. That's the worst thing that we could ever have. But we are now battling now in the ballot boxes, and it has to happen. It has to go the way of Trump because it's going to set this country back on its path. That's it.
Sorry to interrupt, Jeff. What you just said about those votes, we need those votes. Well, guess what? I'm one of those voters. I'm libertarian.
You're breaking up noise.
I'm registered libertarian 95. I haven't voted. Can you hear me now? I haven't voted in a very long time, and I'm one of those voters that is voting for Trump.
Nice.
Coming back to vote. It's critical.
I want to say something on the basis of what Apex was talking about. I agree with him 110% of everything he said. I think he's absolutely correct. All politicians, at the end of the day, they're just salesmen when it comes to election cycles, and I agree. I think this is not about that. I think this is more about energy, because energy is money, and if we don't become energy dominant, we lose our country. And also, it's about dollar hegemony. If we lose the dollar as a status, we're also screwed. Those are my main two issues. Those are my main two things that I'm concerned about. Everything else is just noise to me. And if we lose that, we're cooked. The one thing I will say to Apex is, I'll bring this up, is that the NNI, which is has to do with nanotechnology. This is the NNI has been implemented during 5 presidential administrations: Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump, and Biden. President Clinton set up the NNI priorities in his remarks made up for the California Institute of Technology in 2000. And then it goes on to talk about how Trump also increased funding for increased funding for the nanotechnology, and then Biden also set up a strategic plan for 2026. And the person and the congressman or the senator who's pushing the digital ID voter narrative is Higgins, who is also a Republican. So it's like, I understand where Apex is coming from, but at the same time, it's like, there might be other agendas set for other things, but at the same time, it's like, if you get Kamala in, we lose everything. We lose energy independence. We lose our resources, and we just become a slave class. Or you get Trump in, and at least we try to save whatever is a little bit left, and at least we try to keep that and try to make that stronger. At least we still have that, because if we lose that, we're screwed. We end up like Germany. We don't want to be a Germany. But
You're a Germany.
You're a Germany.
You're a Germany.
All in all, the central banks are the government, regardless of who's in there.
It's all about finance, because all this is happening during the course of financial tension and during the course of a banking collapse, because it's all about finance at the end of the day.
Here's what I see, guys. I foresee with this election, either one, we're going to be dragged into some war, or we're going to have another scenario of the COVID where people are going to wear face diapers. You know, that's just
Hey, Norseman, take your buds out, bro, and just go strait cell phone
Yeah, the
audio.
buds are horrible.
Because you're breaking up big time. We can barely hear you.
Sound nuts.
Yeah, I guess to just kind of summarize, the point I was trying to make is you always want to measure their words against their action. That's all I'm getting.
I agree.
Right? And just because Trump said 2 months ago or at Bitcoin, whatever, that he's pro crypto, I'm saying don't take that as gospel truth. That's all I'm trying to get at. And same with all of them.
100%.
I would say you always want to measure their words against their action. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You made a good point. I mean, Apex, you've always been
I agree with that.
what would they say in the chats, level-headed, because I'm a Hopian motherfucker, right? Straight up. But yeah, you've always
Pass that shit, son.
been
Pass that.
because Water Tower Hawk said Water Tower Hawk said someone introduced Apex to Mr. Poole. He obviously doesn't know the riddles, Trump ushers, XPN. And Apex doesn't give a shit about riddles. Like I follow riddles, right? I follow riddles. I think it's intriguing. I follow everything, like all the aspects of the conscious stuff, like because I believe they're truly giving you clues. But at the same time, Apex is the only dude in here that bought XRP under a penny.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, your
That
bag
is true.
matters more than Trump, Kamala.
Yep.
It's about the size of your bag. Good luck
Yep.
getting a bigger bag than Apex when he's been buying it under a penny. When he started buying it under 2013, right? So let's put it in perspective. Apex was way
He's
ahead
definitely a
of every
visionary.
motherfucker in here. And I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, and I just want to help people. Like, and I'm not the kind of guy that's going to lie just to make you feel better, right? I'm going to share what I believe, just like everyone here, right? We all have different perspectives and beliefs that we're going to share. And one of the cool things about this is we can all still have a conversation about it, right? The goal is we're trying to sharpen each other and maybe help each other think about things differently outside of our own perspective, right? Because at the end of the day, like, I don't want you to necessarily adopt my perspective. Like, I want you to maybe question yours, and if you arrive at the same conclusion, that's fine, right? But if you never question your perspective, then you're just living in an echo chamber the whole time, right?
Exactly.
So again, it's probably not a surprise, right? I'm not a pro-Trump guy, right? But part of my reason for raising the question is, again, if you're a pro-Trump guy, but you're not measuring what he's saying against his actions or whoever it is, right? I don't think you're thinking deep enough for yourself. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're not thinking deep enough for me. You're not thinking deep enough for yourself. And I think you need to dig a little deeper. That's all I'm trying to say.
100%. I think 100% on it. That's
Ellie, he's digging deeper. He votes for UBI and rooting fat chicks and Lyft. There you go, Ellie.
To Buster's point and someone else in the chat, yeah, if you've been around me at all, I don't do riddles. Man, if that's your cup of tea, great. I block all the riddle things on X just because I don't want to see them. It's just not my cup of tea. That's
when we moon, I'm gonna have Nerdy dress up in a bear suit and he's gonna give you the biggest hug on earth.
What if Nerdy
I'll do
really...
it too, bro. I'll give you the biggest bear hug, bro. I don't even care. I'll give you
Nerdy, if you are really Mr. Poole, I'm gonna be really angry.
Bro, you know I don't do
shout out though. That was a beautiful fucking shout out, Buster. Like, no joke. Apex. He smokes us on OG time and bag for sure.
Fuck yeah, man.
But
That's
like,
crazy, dude. Like I wasn't even I started beginning the wake up in like 2015, probably late 2015. I was nowhere in the realm of crypto, at that moment in time. So,
well, I was doing it because I had thought I missed the boat on Bitcoin when I bought it, in whatever early or 2013.
Yeah,
but like that. And then I stumbled upon someone was mentioning a Ripple coin on the Bitcoin forums. That's how I found it.
Oh wow!
Who's another?
I mean, that's the difference. Like,
it's awesome.
Well,
Bitcoin for me, I knew the name of Bitcoin, but I didn't learn how it works until like 2016.
Well, Legendary is another father time. That motherfucker, he transcends time. He goes 82 million votes. Joe sure is a popular guy, right? They're definitely going to try it again. They just needs to be overwhelming votes for Trump. So the steal might be in again, bro.
That's That'd be
Sorry, go
sad.
ahead.
Man.
It was a
I agree with what
statistical
Apex was saying.
impossibility.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Election
Who's
or
that lower?
election?
Yeah,
I was gonna say
statistical.
Biden Harris's first thing for their first 100 days where they were going to legalize weed in America. So we're watching their actions. Okay.
Yeah.
Has not
I mean,
happened.
she's not even releasing her policy until after she comes in. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Who like that's what she said publicly?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
if you watch, I don't know if you guys watched any of the DNC stuff. Like there was no policy in it, like at all, like zero. It was all
There was
hype
little.
fluff.
There was little John in it.
The whole thing was with the freaking. It was like a.
Here's
a
what I
maze.
think we promised to do. Oh, and by the way, I haven't pushed for any of these things or accomplished any of these things as VP, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. One thing I want to say about
I'm
what
gonna
Apex
fix
said
all this
earlier
stuff.
was he's 100% right about having like a honest discourse about all the stuff that happens in the world, because you can't have tribalism and this act like shit is not going down when it did. Actions do speak louder than words, which is why the reason why I was like 100% like I was Trump until I started doing my own due diligence and realized like, damn, it's a uniparty. But I think it's very we need that. We need more discourse. I think it's healthy for the nation to like say, hey, you know, you believe in this, but why do you believe it? You know, do you have factual information to back your belief? If you don't have factual belief, then you're believing a lie. I can show you something else that I can actually prove to you that is true, you know, and this can correct a thing. And if we do this, then we can actually save the nation, because, you know, we're all on the same playing field. It doesn't mean that we all have to agree on the same thing. That's not what we're saying. We all have the freedom of having your own opinion or being your own person or whatever. But at the same time, we have to like be truthful of reality and what's really going down, right? Like we can't say that, you know, we can't say that I'm anti-dystopian, but I'm at the same time I'm cheering for crypto to come in, because crypto connected right to AI, which is connected right to the Internet of Bodies and all that nano stuff. So it's like they're one basket of one thing. You get what I'm saying? And if we really wanted to have a better country and to free all this stuff, we literally don't need crypto at all, right? We just need to end the Fed and go back to sound money, and that would solve most of our fucking problems, right? And get rid of 90% of government. We can solve everything without crypto, but at the same time, it's like that's again the double-headed snake of the digital revolution, where it's not an American thing. It's a WF agenda that's being pushed, you know. So both parties are promoting it, and both parties told everyone to take the vax. Both parties funded the nanotech technology. Both parties want digital IDs. Both parties want digital wallets and all this other stuff. Both parties are saying that they're pro crypto, which has to do with all that stuff. So it's like, you know, I understand where Apex is coming from 100%.
Hey, well said, Nerdy. Hey, I got to jump off, but ZRK Buster, Jeff, Nerdy, folks, thanks for having me on. I got to go clean the kitchen, man, because that's
Later,
my
bro.
duty. But
Have a
good
good
seeing
one.
you guys. Thanks for the chat.
Hell yeah.
All right, bro.
Hell yeah. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, my sweet, sweet Apex. Hell yeah. Let's go. Jeff's been hanging too. Like
That's awesome.
chip
Yeah.
dip.
Just
Big
hanging out.
Jeff. Jeff's
I'm gonna.
fucking-
He
man.
did. Yeah, and I got to run now too. I got to go take care of some stuff. Well, it was a pleasure. You guys are awesome. It's a lot of fun.
Thanks for coming on, Jeff. Yeah, that was cool,
We'll
bro.
out on the next one.
And we gave him an hour
fun.
overtime,
All right,
man.
you guys out later.
Start wrapping this up.
There we go.
2:13, hour 13. There's that 13 again. Let's go. Fuck.
He said fuck.
13.
Welcome to Coffee Time live community chat, guys. We love you dearly. We're gonna call it a day. Let's go have some fun on a Sunday. What do you think?
Yeah, call it. I'm done.
Let's go, man.
We need to go out in the nature, like lower level, bro.
There's
We need to
grass.
need to get out of our own houses. Let's go.
Buy
any last-
the XRP and you will be happy.
XRP.
Thank you for
Paul Dice.
joining us.
Thanks for
Get
having
that furniture built, son. Let's go. Pick it up, Paul. Some money to make.
Let's run it, bro.
Right.
Hopefully, we can get Paul Dice out of his fucking dungeon.
Get
having
the
to
tables
be-
built, son.
Yeah, he's getting them. Maybe we can get Paul Dice out of having to hustle furniture to live. You know what I mean?
Hey, well, let's get the XRP popping off and let's go.
Let's fucking
Let's go.
go, bro. Tell- so, Paul Dice, we usually do minutes, right? You want to say some profound shit because you're a positive dude. You know what I mean? You want to say something real quick, Paul? You got the floor, brother. Let's walk us out. Walk us
You're
out.
gonna really put me. Oh man,
You're on the spot, bro. Let's go. Let's run it.
Doesn't matter where you come from. Doesn't matter what you've been through. You can do it. Work your ass off. Put your head down and work. You'll always come up ahead. Let's go.
Boom.
Ooh,
Well said, man.
Ooh, Paul, we appreciate it. Until next
go.
time. But remember, I'm a soldier. So are you.
Oh, yeah.
I am a soldier in the army of my God. The Lord Jesus Christ is my commanding officer. The Holy Bible is my code of conduct. Faith, prayer, and the Word are my weapons of warfare. I have been taught by the Holy Spirit, trained by experience, tried by adversity, and tested by fire. I am a volunteer in this army. I am enlisted for eternity. I will not get out, sell out, be talked out, or pushed out. I am a soldier. I am not a baby. I do not need to be pampered, petted, primed up, pumped up, picked up, or pepped up. Because I am a soldier. No one has to call me, remind me, write me, visit me, entice me, or lure me, because I am a soldier. No one has to send me flowers, gifts, food, cards, candy, or give me handouts. I do not need to be cuddled, cradled, cared for, or catered to. I am committed. I am a soldier. I cannot be discouraged enough to turn me aside. I cannot lose enough to cause me to quit. I will win. I am more than a conqueror. I will always triumph. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthen me. Devils cannot defeat me. People cannot disillusion me. Weather cannot weary me. Sickness cannot stop me. Battles cannot beat me. Money cannot buy me. Governments cannot silence me. And hell cannot handle me. I am a soldier. Even death cannot destroy me. For when my commander calls me from this battlefield, he will promote me to captain and then allow me to rule with him. I am a soldier in the army. I am marching. I am claiming victory. I will not give up. I will not turn around. I am a soldier.
Coffee time with Berserker and Uncle Buster. Doors open. Good to see you. You know where the coffee pot is.
This is Berserker.
Yo, this is Uncle Buster. Get a cup. Let's talk crypto.
Yeah, dude. This coffee's bomb.
Nothing comes between me and my XRP. All in.